Alright. Welcome back to the Aquila Dynasty. We're gonna be playing as King Zemuel tonight. Before we start, the usual thing. The Aquila Dynasty, as I was saying just now, long-standing, lore-heavy, roleplay-heavy dynasty game that we play every Wednesday. And as usual, before we get started, I have a little thing to read to you. The summary that our very own That Which Lurks prepared to let all the new people know what happened in the previous reign, so that they can get right in with the roleplay. Holding a gamble, welcome. So here is what happened in the previous reign of King Oscar the Prosperous, who ruled from 999 to 1001. Oscar That Which Lurks was a bastard offshoot of the southern recurrent ritual lineage, left in the north for fear of scandal. He never got over his abandonment. His rancor fueled the menacing, bristling energy, which made him a famed god speaker, a pagan. When his sister Hakina, her current ritual, was crowned, jealous Oscar became her nemesis. A pagan revolt against the church-led crown enthroned him. Oscar was an inspirational leader, not a strategist. He had no idea what to do after his familial vendetta. With his need for respect as compass, he strove to be a king worthy of the sagas. Daring, honorable, forthright, but he had no patience for subtlety. The northern coronation ceremony he chose set the tone for his reign. Pagan and partial. The chiefs loved him, but Ninethists, who made up most of the kingdom after Hakina's outrage, disliked the smug usurper. Grandees planned to fan this anger and have Oscar excommunicated, making his rule illegitimate. The king, though, soon improved his reputation among the people while driving a wedge between them and the church. But famine came, unrest in tow. The dancing plague spread by the civil war had emptied grain stores and garrisons. The north was the first victim. Oscar capped the price of grain, but merchants brew it into alcohol to get around the law, worsening the situation. Distracted by the northern crisis, Oscar filled the grandest fortresses with local farmers, bringing hunger to the south as well. Only the east was well fed, and even found how to summon bees. All was according to the Count's plan. As the sole reliable food suppliers, they held the kingdom in their palm. For now. They planned to call upon a famine demon to keep disaster going until their claimant sat on the throne. To feed the realm, Oscar paid huge sums for their grain and their wheat eaters. Warned about occult activities, he had a kingdom-wide curfew imposed so as not to involve the Inquisition, but he financed and attended a traditional Eastern festival to pacify them. Counts and kings settled into a tense equilibrium, wary of angering each other. King Oscar was fearsome indeed. When fallen northern hero Hrothbyr led a found army of magical ice warriors to march on the capital, it seemed too few warriors remained to stop him. But the God Speaker spoke with flame of the glorious afterlife, awaiting heroes who die fighting, and his followers, overcoming odds with fervor, 20% chance to win, crushed Hrothbyr's forces. Oscar had authority, a cold husband, and a legitimized bastard child. To silence the grandees, he could risk relying on the shredded armies and become a tyrant, or he could make peace by converting to the majority religion. Oscar had no quarrel with the Ninethists as people, but the God Speaker would never betray the North by becoming Hakina. He chose the hard way. When the Counts wished to recall their knightly order working as mercenaries in the North, Oscar endorsed it. He was shocked when the chiefs could not do without them and bandits spread across his region, causing enough chaos to ease summonings. But meanwhile, the Counts grew rich from the etiquette lessons the knights provided the tourists, rich enough to buy rare magical reagents. Oscar was beginning to plan ahead. His region and his plan needed thugs after all, so he sent them back to the north. He had not realized the Counts had already won. In the palace, meat rot, fruits molded. The Chancellor's voice hatched wasps. The royal family fled the scourge, but Counts waited at the door, with a famine demon at their back and and an ultimatum. Cede the throne or be killed. Facing opponents, Oscar's choice was easy. I'll never choose exile. I'll die fighting. He died reaching for the counts. Flies smothered him, ate his retainers, ate the fields and the sky. Count Zemuel was crowned. King Oscar the Prosperous ruled well, but his beliefs blinded him until it was too late. And this is what happened last time in the Aquila Dynasty, in the reign of Oscar the Prosperous. Please a round of applause to our amazing That Which Lurks for providing us this summary. Now you know what happened, and now it is time to resume and see what happens in the reign of King Zemuel. Thank you so much, That Which Lurks. Thank you so much. Oh, the Demon's Wake. I knew the... God, I was so hoping there would be an event, a dynasty event. To be honest, I think Oscar would have been a wonderful king if he had been born into royalty so that he could have had time to grow into a political environment. Yeah, I agree, Confetti Cupcake. I agree. He was fair. Yes, we have a dynasty event. So, I guess let's start with the dynasty event. Welcome back, Pasnik Prime. Alright, let's start with that one. Of course we do. Shanosphere, welcome back. Outside your window, the sky is dark with flies. Your Majesty, the Demon-Built Feminar has done an excellent job laying waste to the kingdom and paving your way to the throne. But it has outlived its usefulness. It's time to banish it back to the Seven Hells, before you no longer have a kingdom to rule. Expect no help from the church, blasphemer. You have brought a demon down onto our heads. We will fight your tyrannical rule to our last breath. Okay. The counts look amazing, I agree. Hire a wizard. Beg the church to step in. Sacrifice a herd of eastern cows. I think we can afford to sacrifice a herd of eastern cows, right? Right? Yeah. Send the north? Nah, I think we can sacrifice. Like, we have 10 farming, right? So... Yeah, no. I'm a wing D. I know I'm a Count Noble, and I think that Counts can do it on their own. I don't think they need to ask anybody for help. I think that Zemuel believes the Counts are so powerful that they can do it on their own. It's a show of power. Doing it on your own. I've already started taking notes to use for lore. Awesome, Char, I'm so happy. Too Shy, welcome. I think it should be sacrifice a herd of eastern cows. Like, I am sure that Zemuel would want to do that. I agree. Like, I think that Zemuel would want to do that. And like the counts created this mess. The counts are gonna solve it without asking anybody for help. And it solves it from another point of view. It's only just, right? They created the mess. They should be the ones to solve it. And I hope, like, Zemuel hopes that people see it that way, but the way he says, the reason why he says that is, we can do it. We don't have to ask. Like, that would put us in debt towards other regions. We don't have to ask anybody. Who's the grandee who voted for that? Lecturee being corrupted immediately. Haha. Okay. We'll be fine. Oh, I'm glad y'all agree with Zemuel's decision here. Sacrifice a herd of eastern cows. Ignoring the protests of the farmers, your troops gathered cattle herds from across the east and sacrificed them in a great fly-ridden circle of blood. Honkai, welcome back. But me cows! Satisfied with this dark tribute, Belfeminar vanishes from the mortal realm, leaving devastation in its wake. There you go. That was easy. Counts don't have to ask. Coronation time. Your Majesty, you may have won the throne from King Oscar, but you must still answer to the council. As is tradition, they will decide what happens to your coronation. Yeah, let's get this over with. Shall we call the noble Zine? Require that everyone wear black and listen to dreary Eastern music. Proceed with a religious ceremony that honors the ninth god. Throw the king into the river. I think Zemuel would push. So it's definitely not gonna be this one. I think that Zemuel would want to, like, given how Luda pushed for an Eastern ceremony and was very badly punished, I believe that Zemuel would be smart enough to go for C, like to go for tradition here. And Zemuel doesn't want to completely uproot the traditions of the kingdom, right? Throwing the king into the river is tradition. Okay, I want to be a righteous king, you know, a rightful king. So I want to be thrown into the river because that's what happens to honored kings in this realm. Yeah, exactly. The last time someone listened to dreary Eastern music, there was a rebellion. So yeah. So I think he would want to be thrown into the river to be legitimized, right? Wow, and you're voting for D. Interesting. Hakina was honored, right? Yeah. Wow. Troops shall bear the king through the streets atop a shield. Oh, everybody wants the soldiers to rebel. I see. I see. I see. I see. Interesting. Troops shall bear the king through the streets atop a shield. Soldiers from across the kingdom take part in the parade. They're even outfitted in impressive new equipment for the occasion. As you climb up onto the shield and hold your sword aloft, you realize this is not going to be easy. Your arm quickly starts to hurt. Your soldiers stagger and groan under your weight. Sure enough, one of your shield bearers trips on the loose cobblestone and drops your face first in a puddle. In full view of half the city, at least the only thing hurt is your pride. No, just to have a functioning military, East only has 2 military. I mean, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. The path to victory. Your Majesty, the history books do not look kindly upon usurpers, unless of course they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Oh, thank you, Devilslurp. That is always so helpful. King Data, Zemuel Hesperus. Oh, Hesperus, this is from your family, right? Is this your nephew, right? That's what the summary said. Ambitious vassal and legendary elder. Introduced leaning delicately on a podium, melodiously speaking of the glorious Eastern past. Personal speculation, legendary elder, is he centuries old or something, and personally remembering this past? That might be. I'm pretty sure that Zemuel has some pact with the demon. Like, that's the idea I have. Like, I think Zemuel, like, lives together with the demon in his head or something. Galaxy Gamer, welcome and thank you for joining. You are a count. Ooh, how you doing? We definitely aren't immortal cultists in House Ross. Yeah, why would you ever think that? Right. That's another heretic on the throne. What did you expect? He literally summoned a demon to get on the throne. Sweet, didn't have to change my username color. What would King Zemuel want to be remembered as? Definitely not a saint. A fellow blessed by the blood demons. Yes, yes. Constantly cursed to hear every count. Oh, that would be a curse. Definitely not a saint. Galaxy Gamer, thank you so much for the follow. Glad to have you tonight. Can you not be a saint of the blood demon? I would love to be that, but unfortunately that's not an option. Let me see here. Let me take a look at the options. As a saint, nope. As a conqueror with this military, nope. And definitely don't want to unbalance his position, you know? As a peacekeeper, as the greatest king who ever lived, as the father of the nation, or as the architect of a new golden age. Architect of a new golden age kind of makes sense in the, like, meaning changing the rules of the kingdom. As the father of the nation, I don't think he gives a shit, to be honest. For summoning the demon that was sign of beginning of a golden age, I don't know. So yeah, no father of the nation, peacekeeper, greatest king who ever lived. So either peacekeeper, does he want to be a peacekeeper in the sense that he keeps the kingdom stable under his rule? Does he want to be the greatest king who ever lived? Like, does he have that ambition? I don't think he wants to be a tyrant, really. I mean, okay, no, let me rephrase that. I don't think he wants to be remembered as the greatest king who ever lived. I think he wants to be a discreet tyrant. So it would either be a peacekeeper or the architect of a new golden age. I think they're restricted to the head, but simple life. You're a tyrant. Not yet. There shall never be peace? Well, we'll see. He did summon a demon, yes. What would the East need? Now? Military. The entrance, though. The string entrance. Oh, the strong entrance. That's true, yeah. Trying to piece everybody learn from Hakina. I don't think Zemuel is a reasonable monarch. No, I don't think he would go for the easy path. Yeah, what Dragon Pit is saying. I think forceful entrance and then, like, keeping peace with terror. I think it might be that one. Yep, I think it might be that one. Yep, I think that's it. I think King Zemuel wants to be remembered as a peacekeeper. Keeping peace with terror. An admirable aim. Not really. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the stability. Yeah, make things seem peaceful and nice, but underneath the surface is control. Yeah. Spymaster's way. More a mix of Spymaster and Marshal. Not really blackmail, but more threats. We can only hope for a Grandy win. Yeah, if we get a Grandy win, that's actually a cycle, yeah. A little bit evil, just a tiny bit evil, yep. Never lurks. And also, I want to point the attention. Another eye patch. Apparently, there is, like, fashion dictates that people have either scars or are missing an eye. It's very fashionable to have an eye patch. Orm of the That Which Lurks clan, sinister northern god speaker, stands precariously in a longhouse crossbeam, spitting as they speak. I have a factory of god speakers. It's a very god speakery. It's a very faithful family. All right, chiefs of the north, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter king Zemuel. How do we make that happen? How do you make that happen, chiefs? Through an uprising, trying to raise the treasury, or through intimidation, trying to raise stability? Or maybe trying to follow a hornblower, trying to lower all faith. Faith is kind of high in this kingdom. Another sinister god speaker, yeah. Do chiefs have some kind of ritual that requires them to lose an eye? That might be it, yeah. Ooh, that's a great question. Oceanosphere. That might be it. Intimidation it is. You want to intimidate the demon king? Okay. Okay, you're chiefs. Sure. The chiefs plan to hold the king hostage in his own palace. First, they must lull the spy master into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. You have Morgana on your side. Yeah, the chiefs don't fear demons, exactly. Okay. Dimitri of the Dragon Pit Dynasty. Ooh, this is interesting too. Infamous reformed cultist. Leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. Might be a lycanthrope, but lycanthrope or not, Dragon Pit the first was burned at the stake for being a lycanthrope. So, this is interesting. A reformed cultist. Does this mean that they worship the Ninth? Or does it mean that they used to worship the Ninth and were reformed into worshipping the Seventh? Alexandra, thank you so much for the follow. Glad to have you with us tonight. Shiny Quarks, welcome. Hi, how you doing? I think this might actually be a Ninthist. A reformed cultist, yeah. No, ho fatto ridere. Leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. Most excellent. Zemuel now sits the throne and the counts are in charge, as they should be. But the other regions will already be scheming to depose him. Do we stay loyal to the new king or cut our losses and put me on the throne instead? From cultists makes me think they were in an actual cult, not religious cult. You know? They publicly worship the night. You know? I have... Maybe... Remember how we said, after Hakina's reign, that faith was very high in the kingdom? Maybe Dimitri is a result of that. Maybe Dimitri actually converted to Ninethism because of the efforts of Hakina, one of the first nobles to convert to Ninethism in the East. Yeah, just throw another god speaker at the problem. If they're a Ninethist, I wouldn't mind going loyalty. Yeah, I think that's how it happens. I think that Dimitri is actually a Ninethist. Alright, what do you want to do? Do you want to be a loyalist, or do you want to go for subterfuge, lower instability, or do you want to go for possession, trying to lower your own defiance? And possess the king to put Dimitri the Ninethist on the throne. Black sheep of the family, okay. I guess the counts don't want a Ninethist on the throne. Yeah, I guess the counts have a pretty clear idea of what they want and don't want. Yeah, don't want a Ninethist on the throne. Okay, never mind. Sorry for asking. That settles it then. Long live the king. May he bring glory and honor to the east. But we can always change our minds. If Zemuel ever gets out of line, we can take up our arms and get rid of him the old-fashioned ways. Even if it's not our usual fare. Can we keep the demon worshipper? So you gotta aid the king and counter other regions' schemes as much as you can. But if defiance gets too high, you can still rebel. No possession because Zemuel's already possessed. Right. Alright. Zilma of the Naomi lineage. Hey Naomi, this is your family. Well-known southern prodigy stands bathed in sunshine, speaking softly. Alphaville, welcome and thank you for joining. How you doing? Welcome back to the Chiefs. Hope you're doing well. Zemuel is cool, yeah. Naomi's important despite not being around. Oh, Naomi left. God damn it, I missed that. I would have said goodbye. Aha. Hello, Alphaville. Alright, let's go. If false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored, Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. What do you want to do, Grandees? Do you want to go for sorcery, trying to raise authority and ask help of the wizard? Do you want to go for fervor, trying to raise your own farming? Or do you want to try to excommunicate the current king, trying to lower stability? What do you want to do? What's the name? Zilma. Pretty heretical of the Grandees to have sorcery be an option. I agree, Alex. I agree. Yeah, thank you for explaining things, that which lurks. Okay. Ooh, this is close. 4-3, and we still have Grandees who haven't voted, so... Little apology about killing Oscar. Yeah, Waper, obviously a heretic. Okay, I'm gonna give... Since there are Grandees who haven't voted yet, I'm gonna count down from 5. Let y'all... Sexy wizard? You think brusque is sexy? Alright, counting down from 5. You can still tie these. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Oh, let's go. It's not brusqued? Oh, you're right. It's not brusqued. You're absolutely right. It's, yeah. It's actually a hot wizard. Brusque is pretty sexy though. It's Admiral, yeah. The Grandee claimant Zilma has been chosen by the 9th god to be the next monarch. They have promised the first miracle, food for all. Yeah, you're right, Vaspir. To advance their scheme, the Grandees must raise their farming to 3 or more in 4 seasons. That's a smart goal, because also tries to balance your stats. Like it's looking forward to the future, to future runs. So we have Orm being a false pretender. What? But Orm was related to Oscar. We have Dimitri, a treacherous half-sibling who converted to Ninetheism. Oh my god. Bronze, welcome back and thank you for joining. How you doing? What? And we have Zilma, a long-lost nibbling. Can you believe this? This is mind-blowing. Admiral, I think, is a canon 9th worshipper. Really? I didn't know. Fantastic. Wow. So we have Orm, in spite of being related to Oscar, the previous king, is considered a false pretender. So we need to figure out why. And then Dimitri, a treacherous half-sibling. If Dimitri takes the throne, they need to go for a Saint Win. We'll see about that. And it means he had 2 marriages? Wait, what? And then we have Zilma, lost long nibbling. Oh, shit. This is so complicated. My brain is gonna explode if I keep thinking about this. I hope you took notes. So what do we do here? What do we do with these? Nibbling is a non-binary sibling, I think? No, not non-binary niece? What am I saying? What am I saying? I think it's a non-binary niece. But I may be full of shit. Dimitri can only take it if Count's rebellion or King die silently. Yeah. Oscar legalized the bastard. Yes! Oh, that might be it, yeah. for us. Your family is complicated, yeah. Gem Queen, sorry to hear you gotta go. Hopefully you can be here for the next one. But thank you so much for stopping by so far, and I hope you had a good time. See you around, take care. Gender neutral child of your sibling. Okay, a niece. Then yeah, and gender neutral niece nephew. Awesome, I remember correctly. Yeah, sibling is already gender neutral. English as a second language is. Alright. So what do we pick here? Do we want to do stop the count here? Do we want to do stop the count? I could do stop the count and try it out. If we pick stop the count, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna count down before I start the vote, so you know when I start the vote and you can vote. It's fitting, but sounds like a horrible idea in practice. We tried Anonymous and it just, you know, it's not really... It makes literally no difference. If you count down beforehand, what's the point though? It contrasts lag, you know? I think I'm gonna go for stop the count. Maybe I don't even use it. Like last time, I basically never used it, so... I'm gonna go for stop the count, and because I don't think Zemuel would want to gamble. I don't think Zemuel would want to gamble. Maybe I don't even use it. We'll see. What if you just type it in chat instead? What? When I'm gonna start the vote? We'll see. We'll see. Again, maybe I don't even use it. Saint or sinner, an untimely death. Let's go with saint or sinner. Count Alex Zypher, hey. All I'm saying is every grandee claims to have a saint in his ancestry. Your great-great-grandfather was probably a common dullard. Electro-E! Shut your mouth, you hedge-born puzzleweed. His name was Saint Umber, and he defeated the werewolf of Iron Jar by turning it to dust in an instant, according to my grandmother. If you're so sure, how about a little wager? A bag of gold says your ancestor was no saint. You're on. What's all of this? Count Alex Zypher is spreading damnable lies about my great-great-grandfather. If you really think he was a saint, then dig him up. Saints are incorruptible. Even after death, they don't decay. Very well, I request the council's permission to exhume my ancestor and prove this fool wrong. God damn it. Grant permission. Dead people should be should stay underground. Nah. I think we should exhume the body, right? I think we should exhume the body. Yep, time to dig him up. Time to dig him up. Let's do some grave digging here. Oh god. What's the problem with some grave digging? Zemuel is here like, I don't care for the 9th, but I'm always up for a grave robbery. Yep, pretty much. Yep. Oh, you want to get a body out of... Yeah, oh, sure, okay. Not even going for Umber the Lich? Wait, I don't know how events work again, so don't... Like, don't expect that I know the outcomes of things, because most of the times I forget. Alright. Almost anonymous. Oh, unanimous. Let's go. Grant permission for the body to be exhumed. 9th, bless you, your highness. Now where's my shovel? 9th, bless... Now where's my shovel? A few days later, the corpse of Electro's great-great-grandfather is exhumed from its resting place in the southern necropolis. Praise be, I was right. Centuries in the ground, but old St. Umber looks as fresh as a daisy. Okay. Counts are supposed to lower stability in the grandee's faith, right? Wait, what? No, counts are supposed to raise stability. Why would they lower stability? They support the king and the king cares for stability, so... Yeah, that was a 70% chance to succeed based on the relevant stat here. We cons are immortal, and even we do, I mean... Wow, it really is a miracle. Fine, take your money. Word quickly spreads of the miracle of St. Umber. Peasants across the south add another name to their prayers. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Well, you wanted to bet. An untimely death. Murder! God damn it, the goddamn duels. Bombastic miscreant the second. I would love to put him back. God damn it. Not the duels. Murder! Argera, welcome back, and thank you for joining. My mother, Chief Bombastic Miscreant, has been murdered, and I know who did it. Bombastic looks cool as fuck. Damn. Damn. Chiefs, yeah, Chiefs are dying a lot. And also, yeah, it's always Grandy's murdering Chiefs. Who did it? It was Grandy Northwind, the bear owner. By the old gods, don't let her deny it. I won't deny that I killed the venerable Chief Bombastic Miscreant. And this is why I agreed it affects their faith, not ours? Okay. Just don't duel? Yeah, right. Probably tried to steal the bear. You make sense! But it was no murder. Bombastic Miscreant agreed to an honorable duel, which I won. Gods be good, it was no duel, it was a cold-blooded killing. What reason would my mother possibly have to duel you in the first place? The reason for any duel is between the challenger and the challengee, a private matter not fit for this council. God damn it. Hold a trial. Scrandy is a danger to all, imprison her. The spymaster should investigate to find evidence of this claim. We don't give a shit about duels being duels. I think we should investigate. I think we should investigate. Yeah, exactly. If the Grandee has nothing to hide, I think we should investigate. Yeah, let's go. Vitamin Chi, hey! Welcome back, how you doing? I think we should definitely investigate. And then hold a trial. Trust in Umber. Alright, looks like it's gonna be an investigation here. Looks like there's gonna be an investigation. There will be justice, hopefully. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe. In roleplay, I don't trust the spy masters. I mean, yeah, we know that. Ideas above her station. Yep, let's go. But I couldn't. Of course you couldn't. Spymaster should investigate to find evidence of this claim. Northwind killed my mother and admitted it right in this council chamber. What more do you need? I'll make this as swift as possible, Your Majesty. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the better. Thank you, Spymaster. The Grandis have found a new obsession. How long are they gonna keep the Saint Umber thing up? Yeah, we'll see. The Honor Guard. One day, you're walking through the palace gardens where you're confronted by an unusual sight. One of your palace watch is standing a guard, but instead of a pike, he's holding him up. What in the seventh hells is that? Or an improvised polearm? Last week, a grubby little urchin kicked me in the shins and stole me proper pike. I grabbed the first replacement I could find. Get a new pike right now! I tried, but the quartermaster was too drunk. God damn it. I can only apologize, Your Majesty. The Palace Watch have been more incompetent than usual recently. It's obviously the proper honor guard to protect you. At least it's not Kraken Tony, yeah. But first, how can we improve the watch? God damn it. Spend a fortune on fancy new equipment? Nope. Invite Northern soldiers to provide training? We could do that. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I think we should do that. Let's do that. Right? That's gonna keep them busy. It's gonna keep them busy. Make them happy. Right? It depends. It depends. So, the... Alexander, it depends. Stability and authority are common. So, if authority raises, it raises here. Same thing for stability. In this case, I think it only lowers the chief's military, for instance. So, usually the people involved. Alright. Let's start the vote. I'm pretty sure we should invite Northern soldiers to provide training to these useless watch people. It's a regular... Wait, what? What are you doing, Cloakro? Thank God. Thank God. We need more discipline here and more training. Still like you Northerners, by the way. Sorry about your king. Yeah. I offer some of the White Wolf's clans best. They're probably going to be coming over. Yeah. Absolutely. Appreciate your approval. The chiefs are honored that their martial prowess is acknowledged. And it is. Even though you lost 2 rebellions, but... A squad of hardy northern warriors soon whip your watch into shape. Though by all accounts, some of your watch incompetence rubs back off on them. If one thing's clear from this mess, it's that you need an honor guard who can actually keep you safe, not like these kittens. Oh, you lost 1, you're right. You're right, you're right. Apologies. Wait, wasn't Oscar voted on the throne? Oh, yeah, you won that the other one. You're right. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Then that's probably why Zemuel thinks highly of the chief's military. Because you won the other rebellion. Oh, it was a joint win. Right. You're right. Yeah, they did most of the work. That's true. Yeah. I was the leader on the first cupcake. Cupcake on the second. Yes, you're right. Now I remember. Thank you. You're absolutely right. The king knows better than anyone that our knights will keep him safe. From danger and from improper grammar. Ha. Should it be the Eastern Knights here? Definitely not the nuns. Yeah, or should it be the Northern boys? Definitely not the nuns. Who would equalize the military we lost? Nuns are faithful. Yeah, that's the issue. That they're faithful. That's what I have against them. Your Majesty, you grew up with friends who became Eastern Knights. Yeah, but the chiefs are already here, you know, so... What do you have about the Sisterhood? They stink of 9th. You surely wouldn't want to forsake them. So... What would Zemuel do? What would Zemuel do? One-9th forever. Can it be the chiefs? Can it ever be the chiefs? Would Zemuel want a chief honor guide? I don't think so. I mean... Nah, I don't think so. I think it would be the Eastern Knights. Yeah, I think it would be the Eastern Knights. Yeah, it only makes sense. The knights arrive a few weeks later. They are all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. There we go. Yeah, can't trust the chiefs after 2 rebellions. Auction time, everybody! Auction time. Yeah, Alexandra, there's a lot to figure out, right? Alright, so we got it. Thank you for joining, Shiny Course. We got an auction here. You can fund the building. Let's get started. You have to write exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are raising the chief's trade with A, raising stability with B, lowering the faith for the counts with C, lowering trade for the counts with D, raising farming for the grandees with E, or lowering authority with F. I'm gonna let you know in chat when there's 20 seconds left, and then 10 seconds left. Don't leave everything for the very last second, because there's a little bit of lag, you know? But does the monarch want to go through? Definitely the stability, definitely the stability. Other stuff, doesn't really care. Oh, 10 seconds! 10 seconds now, 10 seconds now, 10 seconds now. Go, go, 5 seconds. 5 seconds. I'm broke. Alright. And we have more stability, Alphaville. And the snipe from Hesperos. Lowering faith with the observatory. The cutest count in the kingdom. Sniping here against the grandees. Amazing. Amazing. That was great. Alphaville and a bunch of other chiefs. Ooh, I love the blue hair and the brown beard. Good stuff. Almost thought that didn't work. Very proud of that snipe. You should be. That was amazing. The stars are just stars. No need to delve further within an observatory. Incorruptible, the Spy Master's investigation, finding a spouse. Let's go with the Spy Master's investigation here. Your Majesty, I've returned from my investigation of Chief Bombastic Miscreant's death in the north. And what did you find? I found a heap of burnt parchment at the back of a hearth. Servants say Northwind threw them in the fire right after Chief Bombastic Miscreant's death. Oh, you had something to hide. Northwind? You had something to hide, it seems. They were totally illegible, but I made out one detail from the scraps that were left. Northwind's crest. It's clear that Grandee Northwind wanted to cover up something. It's a motive for murder, without a doubt. Huh! These destroyed documents prove that Northwind killed my mother in cold blood, to cover up whatever horrid truth they must have contained. A murdered and a conspirator. It's the bear pedigree. Try to find more documents to support the cause? Nope. I mean, this is pretty clear, right? This is pretty clear. Hold on. We need more evidence? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Inconclusive? We even have witnesses. I think that's it. I think that's it. The monarch is gonna vote to just close it here. Like, Grandee Northwind is guilty of murder. That is the monarch's, that is the king's word. That is the king's word. They might have just burned the reasons for their duel. Nah. This was a murder. We have a motive. It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. And also very close. I'm all for burning some stranger at the stake, but we need more evidence? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. This was actually closer than I thought. You can't be sure, we need evidence. The thing is, the king doesn't care to be sure. This is enough. He doesn't want to make the chiefs more mad. That's fine. This is the evil run. Yeah, I mean, not really evil. Come on, let's not label things. Yeah, Zemuel doesn't give a shit. It's like, okay, this is enough. I can stop here and not waste more time with this. I was not just a duel. If it was then burning things after Yeah, right? Death and taxes. Morally questionable. Yeah, there you go, there you go. You're ending a man's life based on what you assume to be enough evidence. No, what I rule to be enough evidence, because I'm the king. What will be this grandee's punishment, your majesty? Can I at least be killed with the right pronouns? What are the right pronouns? If there had been a choice for a trial, I would have gone for that, but... Kill. That might be a bit too much. Don't you think? She, her, I believe, right? This is for chat. You and the game are doing an admirable job, but everyone is... Oh, okay. Yeah, Northwind is using she, her. There was a choice for a trial? Earlier, not now. Not now. There was a choice for a trial earlier, I think. Now there was a choice? No, there was a choice for more to find more evidence, right? Which is very different. Life imprisonment or compensation, nothing less. I think prison is adequate. I think prison is adequate. Okay, Shannon works. Yeah, I think Zemuel is careful enough not to want to make the grandees too mad. Iron execution and imprisonment, the exact same thing? Nah, because one is taking life from a nobleman, or a noblewoman in this case, so... Yeah, not for the person concerned. This evidence is inconclusive, we shall have to hold a trial. Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't even care to read the second half. Ergara, thank you so much for the Prime sub. That helps immensely. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Mwah. Thank you. Thank you. Glad to have you with us tonight. Sorry, Shiny Horse, my bad. No, proof of a distracted Kaji in this case. I think it should be life imprisonment. Compensation? Nah, that's not enough. Yeah, didn't read the fine print exactly. I'm very tempted eye for an eye. Eye for an eye, you know? Give me money or give them death? That's what you want? I feel compensation is too little. I think we're gonna go for life imprisonment. Northwind bows her head solemnly. This is flimsy at best, but at least the king is merciful. We will continue to fight for Northwind's innocence. Though I wish Northwind would face the gallows, at least she will rot in the royal dungeons and have a chance to contemplate her crime. There we go, Northwind has been imprisoned. Northwind II has joined the council. I even got popcorn. Cupcake, you were a nicer person like a couple rebellions ago. Your Highness, the incorruptible corpse of Saint Umber has become a sensation among the faithful. Everyday pilgrims visit my manor to pray at his feet. But their muddy feet are ruining my carpets. May I take Saint Umber's body on a tour of the kingdom instead? After all, the regions outside the south could do with a little reminder of the Nine's power. Your Majesty, if I may make a suggestion, perhaps we should study this phenomenon instead of mindlessly worshipping it. Heresy! Everyone cover your ears before she says anything more. So, what are the options? Have the saint examined by scholars from Quill University, forbid the tour but allow the private display of Saint Umber to continue, or the saint's body reburied? That was so fast. Clear ideas. Have the saint examined. I think we should forbid the tour, but allow the private display of Saint Amber to continue. But it's your decision here. It's your decision. Of course I vetoed A. Of course. Just get his ass in the ground. I mean, we could also do that. We could also do that. Oh, the Grandies want the money. Look at that. Interesting. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Farming is hard to raise, yeah. I mean, it depends on the events. Alright. It's pretty clear it's gonna be C. Let's go. The trade is wasted. Oh, it is. You're right. Let's go. But it's money. As you insist, Your Majesty, my poor carpets. Maybe I'll come visit your little shrine one of these days. Should be good for a laugh. You're very welcome to visit. At least your shirts are clean. Who knows? Maybe Saint Amber will guide you back to the light of the Nine. Grand Elect 3 continues to display the saint's body, charging a small fee to compensate for the damage to his carpets. The sacred corpse attracts crowds from across the kingdom. Some even bring coin to spend. And finding a spouse. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? I don't think Zemuel minds. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. It's an easy enough decision. You'll marry her to the counts as you agreed before you took the throne, right? Right. May your soul be as clean as your shoes. So what do we do here? Would the counts mind a one-time high tax to get above the 2,000 mark? Because that allows us to have a bit more leeway, you know? Yes, as in you would mind, or yes, as go ahead, please do it. Yes, we mind, okay. Dang, you're even so rich. We very much mind. They seem to mind. We trust you, my liege. I mean, yeah, you might be the only one. Hesperus as well, okay. I mean, it would only be a one-time thing. It would only be a one-time thing to get above the 2,000 mark here. Sometimes, you know, might need 2,000 all at once. How do you all have so much money? This is the 5th monarch in the dynasty. We put you up there with our money, with your blood, really. Trust you to where it's necessary. Tax the Grandies, and then I don't wanna upset people. Like Zemuel is smart enough not to want to upset people over taxes. Can you hone over Northwind? Of course, there you go. There you go. That's Northwind. Just make up for it later. Of course, of course. Like cruel tax everyone, bribe the counts. That's a swift way to demise. Yeah, I know you're loyal to the crown. Zemuel is indeed smart. Like the idea is, again, taking money now for favoritism later. Let's be honest. Like Zemuel is favoring the counts. It's not like the Grandies are early broke. They can afford it once. Yeah. Zemuel is concerned about defiance, not about money. Because that raises defiance, and that is an issue. Zemuel does not want to antagonize the chiefs or the Grandies right now, because he doesn't feel that the kingdom is stable yet in his hands. That's the only reason why he would ask the counts. Alright, it seems to me that a majority of the counts are saying, yeah, we don't want to be taxed, so... I think that Zemuel is not gonna go through with a heavy tax. And hopefully he won't regret it. Let's go like this. A tasty innovation, murder most foul. Oh shit. But let's go with the murder. Your Majesty, Count Alex Zypher has disappeared without trace. What? He was last seen on a horse headed to Grandi Electroi's estate. Oh shit. It wasn't me this time. It wasn't me, I swear. Count Alex Zypher came to visit St. Amber, but the saint's eyes lit up with holy fire. The next thing I knew, he was reduced to dust and bones. God damn it. A likely story. I demand the council arrest Grandi Electroi for the murder of my father. Holy shit. Holy shit. Reap. Yeah, he spit back. Why are the nobles killing each other? That's what they do. That's what they do. Alex Zypher. Ah, god damn it. What do we do? Imprison Grandi Electroi for the murder. Bury the saint and place something heavy on the grave just to be sure. That sounds reasonable. Ask Grandi Electroi to prove his fanciful claims. Send St. Amber to Aquila University for examination. Time to investigate Saint Body? I don't know. You know, I honestly think Zemuel just want to get rid of this and rebury the saint and place something heavy on the grave just to be sure. The less he hears of this, the better. So I think that would be Zemuel's choice. He doesn't care about a saint, just wants to be rid of the problem. Wow. But what? The Grandies are voting against the Grandies? Do you think this will end just like that? I hope. Evidently, I don't think it, but I hope it. Okay. I guess it's gonna be C. It's pretty clear. This is a heavy injustice? I kind of agree. Let's go. We're blessed. Thank you, Your Highness, for providing me this chance to prove my innocence. A week later, Grandi Electroi returns in a wretched state. My research finally paid off. Ninth, protect me. I have seen such terrible scenes. Okay. What happened? I hired experts from across the land to examine St. Amber. Priests, scholars, morticians. None could account for what happened to Count Alex Zypher. In the end, I resorted to hiring a warlock from the east. Wow, heretical. But as soon as he entered the saint's presence, St. Amber's eyes burned once again. So Alex Zypher, you were a warlock. The warlock withered and rotted and died on the spot, as though struck by 1,000 years in a single moment. Wanted posters over in the news. Oh, you actually did it. Yeah, this is a heretical Grandi. I mean, don't forget, Electroi voted for a heretical thing earlier too. What was it? What was it? Yeah, you had a religious crisis earlier. What did you vote for earlier? Alright, let's go. All that remained was dust and bones, a horrible sight, but there you have it. St. Amber will strike down unbelievers and the unworthy. Then I better not enter that room. You killed one of our warlocks. Are you calling my father unworthy? This tale is absurd. Arrest this fool. God damn it. God damn it. That's awesome. So what can we do here? We can... Officers seize Grandi Electri. Or I believe his testimony. I think Zemuel believes it. I think Zemuel believes it. I think Zemuel believes it. Like, Zemuel is enough, has enough to do with demons and warlocks that... Yeah, I think that Zemuel believes it. And also, Alex Cypher being unworthy and a warlock... Probably true. Probably true. Yeah, probably a demon worshipper, which Zemuel would probably know about. I think he believes it, yeah. Yeah, I think that if the counts had allowed Zemuel to get a heavy tax in earlier, he could be convinced to just arrest Electri. But now, like, without that exchange, I think it's just gonna go with what he believes. I think he believes his testimony. I told you, like, I could have gotten some money and given something back. Yeah, by the blood of the dead, fools, the lot of you! You are left to mull over the implications of this news. You notice that the High Inquisitor is rubbing her hands together and looking particularly gleeful. Okay. That is worrisome. I'm going to tell your mom about this. A tasty innovation. Bronze! Count bronze! I don't mean to exaggerate, Your Majesty, but I believe I have pioneered the most incredible invention in the history of mankind. I was hosting a small party playing cards with some old friends. I called for a servant to bring me something to eat that was both tasty and convenient as my hands were occupied. What my servant brought me that evening will change the world forever, Your Highness. Sir, sleep this lap. Welcome back and thank you for joining. How are you doing? I doubt that somehow. Prepare to eat your words. Behold. He holds in the air a plate. Atop the plate are 2 slices of bread with a piece of meat wedged between them. It allows the hungry noble to consume 2 slices of bread plus meat all at once, saving valuable time. Meanwhile, the bread serves as an impregnable barrier preventing one's hands from being besmirched by meaty juices. Magnificent! Naturally, since this is my invention, I propose we name it after me. The Bronze. In a few years' time, I expect everyone to be enjoying a nice bronze for lunch. Hot dog. What in the name of Baldur is this? Naturally, this innovation cannot be made available for free. Every time a bronze is consumed, I expect a small royalty payment. Galaxy Gamer, you missed a bunch of stuff. Too delicious to be controlled. A one-time reward from the treasury instead? No way. You know, this sounds like the kind of shit that King Zemuel would want to have 0 time spent on. Yeah, that is taken from that story, Alexandra. A bunch of things in this game are taken from historical happenings. It's a very fun thing. So I think this might be a good time to experiment with Stop the Count. Let's do that. So get your votes ready. I'm gonna count down from 10 and then start the vote. It's gonna end immediately when it hits the 15 seconds. Okay, so I'm gonna count down from 10 here. I'm gonna count down from 10 and then start. I'm just gonna let you vote, alright? So, is there anything Zemuel would have time for? Demons, for one. Alright. Bronze, that's you, yeah. Okay. Counting down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 until the vote starts. 3, 2, 1, 0. Go. Vote, 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 vote. Wow, you're doing fantastic. Look at that. Yeah, too early, sorry. You can do it again. It was actually me. Like, on 0 I hit on the law and not on start vote, so it was on me. But good job, everybody. Like, there was an astonishing amount of votes. No, you didn't invent the sandwiches, Bronze. Your servant invented them. The servant should be rewarded instead. What was his name? Oh my god. That's really what you went for? Dracov's bones. He wouldn't have invented this snack if I hadn't specifically requested a convenient meal. Despite Count Bronze's protestations, the servant is brought before you. God damn it. Hello, Your Majesty. Most people call me Footlong due to my large feet. We can't call it that. We'll name it something boring. We can call it Wiener. Name it the Bronze. You know? Just name it Bronze. I actually never chose the third option. And I think I'm gonna go with that. We'll name it something boring. It is decided, henceforth, this innovative dish should be known as meat and two breads. Bronze would have been so much better. I repent. Meat and two breads. This is so stupid. Meat and two breads. Meat and two breads prove a massively popular luncheon. Bakeries spring up across the East experimenting with new ingredients. Turns out you can put almost anything between two pieces of bread. Who would have thought? All the genius was spent in one place, yep. God damn it. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young candidate from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, yes, I know. Give me a meat, goat cheese, and 2 breads. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's technically a sandwich. If it's still a meat and 2 breads, if you put something besides meat inside it, I think it just changes the name, right? Just like a hamburger becomes a cheeseburger. The Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels. Let's see the eligible candidates. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. A sandwich. Sandwich. It's the cheese and 2 breads. And cheese. Shall we call it the what? Shall we call it the wiener? God damn it. Why do I speak it? I'm just gonna do a mute stream one of these days. Give me a bread, meat, cheese, salad, tomato, cheese, and bread, please. Yeah, another bread, exactly. Combo Lurker, welcome back and thank you for joining. How you doing? They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. Important moment here, important moment. This is Odwinne, firstborn daughter of the Northern Cags clan. She's been a melancholy sort ever since she was a child, but otherwise, she's decent enough company. Always got her nose in a book from what I've heard. She was already engaged once, but it didn't last. No one's sure why. I can see the appeal, I suppose. You know? This is Desmond. Oh! The eldest son of the Eastern Reaper Dynasty. According to the Counts, he's a little naive, but that may just be compared to the utter ruthlessness of the Eastern Counts. He had a laboratory installed in his castle and spends most of his time there conducting bizarre experiments. He got in some trouble with the Inquisition a while ago, but it didn't come to anything. He's an intriguing candidate. And finally from the south, Fabian, the eldest heir of the Combo-Lurker lineage. They're reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? They're savvy. They've had some success in the spice trade. Unfortunately, the business went belly up due to their ramshackle accounting. Don't like the look of them. Ooh. Perfection from my wealthy family. True. True. I'm having Fabian flashbacks. Why do you always have bad... Oh, these are actually good candidates, I think. Why would I not marry into Reaper's family? Am I forgetting something? You know what this does? What does it do? What am I forgetting? Oh shit. The real life consequences. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're right. Oh no, there's this thing, for those of you who may be new. Every time in real life, someone from Reaper's family marries, or has kids, some natural disaster occurs. So... I didn't promise anything. At the start of the game, we said, honor guard counts, marry whoever you want. So, a promise is a promise. I want to take a look at Odwin again, and then at Desmond again. Science. Show me Odwin, the northern candidate again. I kind of like Odwin. Melancholy short. Kind of sounds kind of gothy. Otherwise, she's decent enough company. Always got her nose in a book. Engaged one, but it didn't last. And Desmond. Little naive. That's okay. Laboratory and trouble with the Inquisition. You know, Desmond is actually perfect. Fabian is a worthy big... Nah, Fabian is... No, we're not gonna go with Fabian. Your child will be doomed. No king of mine would marry a fanatic or barbarian. The Bipolar Bear, welcome back. How you doing? Thank you for joining. First the 9 as the bronze, then this. Nah, I think I'm gonna go with... with the Desmond of the East, you know? I hate Raynor. He just went out and said, yeah, let me tank everything. Died. Wait, what? Oh, okay, that Raynor, not the player. God damn it, Pasnik. Should save more often. I don't trust Fabian and I'm a Grande. Yeah, no. That actually, Confetti Cupcake, that is a big part of it all. You know what? Let's go with Desmond. I actually never even chose someone who had a laboratory, so this is perfect. Let's go. Excellent. I'll make the arrangements. And season. What do I want to do here? I think I'm gonna keep up the count and go for Call for Unity instead of Monarch's Vote. That makes sense. Let's go. I'm used to the commodities of StarCraft 2 with the autosave. Gotta save more often. Oh, because you're playing StarCraft 1, right. A fossil unearthed. What is with all the undigging? They were doing. Undigging? What? It's my thing. Holy message. The power of a saint. Oh no. Let's go with the power of a saint here. A miracle has been placed in our laps and we would be fools to ignore it. Theoretical message. Screw the 9th. Ah, shit. They figured, you know the king loves digging graves, we should dig more, and then they found a fossil. Not gonna read the message. Digging is just undigging the things below where we are. A miracle has been placed in our laps and we would be forced to ignore it. What are you talking about? Saint Tamar, of course, the saint who strikes down any unbelievers in his presence. We should place Saint Tamar in the council hall so that faithless nobles face judgment. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna burn if you do that. Require all nobles of the council to enter the saint's presence, rebury the saint, and place something heavy on the grave just to be sure. Fling the saint's corpse into the sea via trebuchet. That sounds like a great choice. So I'm absolutely gonna veto this. I think we should fling the saint's corpse away by a trebuchet. Nah, that's not true. We should rebury the saint. I think we should rebury the saint. Let's go. Let us go. I vote ocean. And she says this in front of the king, who literally became king because of a demon, right? Wait, what? You're voting for the ocean? I don't fucking believe it. Wow, this is a tie? No way. What? This is so close. What? Wow, this is 13 to 14. 13 to 14, everybody. I'm gonna count down from 5 here. If you haven't voted, you can make it a tie or break it entirely. Alright, it's 13 to 14. So counting down from 5. 13 to 15. 4. 3. 2. Oh, we absolutely need to do that Dragon Pit at some point. 1 last call for vote. And 0. Let's go. So you want to send Saint Dumber to Quail University for examination. This fucking saint. I wanted to be rid of it. Trebuchet is such disrespect. I would have wanted to do that. Ignoring the High Inquisitor's protests, you pack off the saint's corpse to Quail University for examination. Perhaps there's a scientific explanation for all of these. For weeks, Inquisitors probe your affairs and priests condemn your name in churches across the land. That's fine. Let's retro-engineer the saint like the goblins. Actually gonna go for the royal wedding here. Your wedding to Desmond is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Desmond at your side. Do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? Of course I do. Then I pronounce you king and husband. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new husband, Desmond, delivers a short but heartfelt toast expressing a wish to get to know you better. Of course, Desmond. By the time you find yourself alone with Desmond, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. I must profess I'm glad that it's over. We can finally talk openly to each other. I must admit I feel the same way. I'm glad to hear that. It must be difficult being king, constantly surrounded by liars, lickspittles, and flatterers. I don't know how you stand it. You get used to it. I suppose you were born into it, weren't you? You had no choice but to get used to it. After finishing the last of the wine, you head to your separate bedchambers. It seems your husband is happy to take his time getting to know you. Yeah, definitely a demon worshipper. Yeah, welcome to the royal family, Reaper. Desmond is the hottest guy that has ever lived in the royal palace by far. Definitely. Yeah. And definitely not born into it. I mean, born into becoming it. Chief Alphaville II, hey, good news, Your Highness. The new library is wonderfully popular. We've already begun an expansion. Though there is a small problem. While digging more... Oh, Ulf was actually hot. You're right. While digging more foundations, builders found bones in the rock. From the size of the things, the beast they came from must be larger than the library itself. Ulf broke the stream with how hot they were. You're right. I have certainly brought more books than I can read. That's our problem. Is that because you can't read? Being a chief, or why? Huh. This one was going to be my heir, but now I must name one of my other children. That is interesting. How exquisite. They lower their voice. The builders are saying that it might be a flying reptile. No one dares say the name these days. It's been 700 years since a dragon was seen in the kingdom. And back then, it was catastrophic. Maybe we can do something with this. Maybe we can do something with this. Can I bring your attention to carefully excavate the bones? Right? We should carefully excavate the bones, I think. Don't you think? Yeah, right? You know, I'm not even gonna call for unity on this one, I think. I think we should carefully excavate the bones. There you go. I don't want you to be confused. I think we should excavate the bones. It is not at all the start of a curse. I mean, we're good with rituals in the East. Maybe we can find a way to animate the dragon and subdue it, or to draw power from it, you know? That's what Zemuel is thinking. Has Call for Unity ever worked in these streams anyway? A few times, but it has. A few times. But you've become too good at avoiding it. Alright, it's 15 to 11, so this is also quite close. So I'm gonna count down from 5 here. If you want to vote and haven't voted, this can still be overturned. So counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. This is such a bad idea. I'm so up for it. I don't know. Why would it be a bad idea? Come on. Builders dig the bones from the rock. Soon the huge bones are revealed. As visitors crowd the site, trade picks up. Merchants set up stalls, peddling hastily written pamphlets on dragon bones. But despite the rise in tourism, some northern locals are superstitious, treating the bones with fear. Some refuse to approach the building at all. Makes sense. Look at Faith here. It's almost back to 0. Aren't you proud? Aren't you happy? Ooh. Up in the north, Chief Yuki the White Wolf is hosting a grand feast at his clan hall. Our plans are going better than expected. The Spy Master thinks that all is well in the kingdom, and while the cat's away, the mice shall play. Please don't refer to us as mice. We're honorable warriors, Golden Gagamba. Oh, both of you. Look at. Are you two related? Same hair, same eyes. Are you two related, Yuki the White Wolf and Golden Gagamba? Huh. Gonna leave for a bit. Yeah, see you later. Thank you for being here, Bombastic. We're getting rid of the religious mess that Hakina made. Yes. Hey, the honor guard are incorruptible, but the watch are another story. If the king can't pay them, they will look for money elsewhere. For the next stage of their scheme, the chiefs must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. Maybe cousins, yeah. Makes sense. The prophesied Ninth Herald has finally manifested on Celestat, taking the form of a humble noble known as Zilma, who hails from a farming town in the southern hills. Or so the grandees claim. Zilma is making strides feeding the common folk, but it won't be enough at this rate. Panda, hey! The matron. You're right, they've promised a cornucopia for the people, but so far the harvest has been lacking. If Zilma can't deliver a miracle, we'll have to. The grandees aim to raise the farming to at least 5. Chiefs could be taxed, yeah. We'll see. Requisitioning rare reagents. Horror at the university? Fear of bones. Horror and fears. What could be wrong here? Pazdik again is the scheming one. He's been the one time. Pazdik is a sneaky piece of shit. We knew that already. So... Did you know there's a spooky skeleton inside you right now? I didn't need that thought. Thank you. So... The most loyal of loyals? Yeah, sure. Let's go with the university first. Something was deeply wrong with that saint you sent us, Your Majesty. There's been a tragedy at the Faculty of Dangerous Theology, or a worse one than usual. What happened? They were in the middle of examining St. Umber when his eyes blazed with light. Half the students and all the professors were instantly reduced to dust and bones. Heretics. We need money to compensate bereaved families and train up new professors. Well, clean up the mess. This is the judgment of the ninth. Why study things we don't understand? We should just worship them or fear them, depending on what the holy texts tell us. God damn it. God damn it. I told you we should fling it away. Replace the scholars with priests? No fucking way. Hush up what happened and give the university some cash. Spread word that the scholars were rightfully struck down by the ninth. Hire new professors from Tavolin. I need to veto that. I need to veto that. No, I cannot. Isn't tax season autumn? It's autumn, right? Yeah, because D ends the game. Yeah, so if we get to 0 money, the game ends. So you don't get to the next tax season. So D is... Do you trust your nobles to not vote D? I mean, if we are role-playing, there are better choices than D, right? So I don't know how much you want to troll me. Yeah, if you guys want to keep playing the game, don't go D. Yeah. I wouldn't trust you either. Can we just go for B, please? Can we just go for B? I think that Zemuel wants to... Okay, let's do something. Let's do something. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit, I think. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Because I'm role-playing, Clotho. Are you familiar with the concept of role-playing? I don't know if you are, but if you are, you might understand that that is the logical thing to do for Zemuel. Okay, then that is... Zemuel doesn't see this. Zemuel doesn't see that spending 300 gold makes the scheme of the chiefs go further. See? So that's why I want to go B. So I think... Okay, I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you all. I'm gonna trust you all. Not to go for D. And I think that Zemuel wants to hide this as quickly as possible. There's actually a great word for that in Italian. Does it exist in English as well? We would say insabbiare, which means hide in the sand. Cover up, yeah. Cover up is good. Who's the monarch blood related to? Hesperus. This is Hesperus' family. Okay, so... True, but having less than 1,000 gold for nobility is already a bad idea. I know, but it's more acceptable than losing it all. Like, look at the other 3 options. One is lose all your money, and the other 2 are support the church. Zemuel doesn't want either of the 3. That's why he wants B. So, it's been a movie. Welcome back. Glad to have you. How you doing? Alright. So, I think that Zemuel is gonna go for stop the count. I always figure the fact that Spy Master exists is why the kingdom has some vague idea of what the nobles are trying for. Yeah, that's it, but this is gaming stuff. This is off game. Like 300, oh, I don't have to I must spend less than 300. No, he wouldn't know that. So I think he would go for stop the count to try to cover it up quickly. All right, and hoping that the counts and the chiefs and everybody is quick enough to follow suit, so that the grandees don't get to give voice to the church with A or C. So I'm gonna get stop the count, and I'm gonna count down from 10, and at 0 I'm gonna start the vote. Okay, so get your votes ready. Counting down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 before we start the vote, 2, 1, 0. Vote. Vote, 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 vote. Vote B. Vote B. Vote for B. Vote for B. Oh my god, this is so close. This is so close. Oh my god, last second. The honest Swede. Last second vote. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. This was so close. Oh shit. Good job. The honest Swede was the Giga Chad. At the very last fraction of a second. I appreciate that. I'm actually kind of liking stop the count. Damn. This was good. Hush up what happened and give the university some cash. Thank you, Your Majesty. This should be enough. Soon enough, the university has trained up new professors to replace the ones who are dust. But it will be a long time before Quill University returns to its old prestige. Honest. Meanwhile, Saint Umber is quietly reburied to prevent this happening again. Thank God. Finally, we got rid of the fucking saint. You don't like it, Vaspir? Is it because it didn't choose the thing you wanted, or because it actually works with lag delay, with delay and everything? Count Monarch wants to stop the counts. And let's go with Fear of Bones. I really don't like to stop the count because if you're too early, it gives 30 seconds delay. Because you cannot repeat the vote, you mean? Because if that's what you mean, you can change the capitalization of the thing you're writing, and it works. So if you vote, if you write exclamation mark vote A, minor case, and it's too early, you can write exclamation mark vote capital A, and it works. So that's a non-problem. Yeah. So that's not a problem. There's a workaround that. But that was a legitimate concern. Like if the thing I just said didn't work, then that would suck. Absolutely. That if you were too early, then you couldn't vote. That would absolutely suck. But luckily, there's a workaround. I should start saying that before we use before we use it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It works. Big brain. So yeah, I'm gonna. But thank you for pointing it out, both Vaspir and Clotho. I'm gonna start saying that before we use stop the count. Just vote when MrKaji hits 2 on this countdown. Yeah, but that can be different for other people, right? Other people may have different delays. Anyway, Your Majesty, it's the reptile bones. The people are terrified that fire will descend upon the north. These fools could take matters into their own hands and destroy the library if we're not careful. Yeah. Prepare the bones outside of the mind. The reptile crack is strong in me. The chiefs should offer the peasants a bribe. Move the bones to a northern vault. Not sure I want to rebury the bones. No. Fear fire, want to avoid it by burning the library. Big brain peasants. Yeah, that's why we don't let them vote. Yeah. Fight fire with fire. Bury the corpse. This is no different. Yeah, that's true, but these bones have not caused issues or yet, you know, so a little bit different. So what would King Zemuel do? I think Zemuel would probably want to go for... I don't think Zemuel would want to rebury the bones. I don't think Zemuel would want to do that. I don't think Zemuel would want to do that. We don't want the dragon bones coming to life and burninating the countryside. Oh, that's never gonna happen, don't worry. Yeah, definitely gonna use a vote here. Corpse for a corpse. Yeah, I don't want to bury bones. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna take them away. I'm actually contemplating vetoing the A option. You know, I might just call for unity here. Oh, call for unity doesn't work on a single thing. Like, I just call for unity and then you decide what to vote. Like, yeah, I think that Zemuel would like to have the bones moved to a northern vault. Yeah, and I'm gonna call for unity on that. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. We bury the bones like dogs. Yeah, that sounds like a safe place to bring them, right? And there, away from peasants' eyes, we can take a look at them and be chill, you know? Yeah, let's do that. Gonna count down from 5, in case more people want to vote. 4, 3, 2, 1, and a 0. Every vote counts with call for unity, because it has to be at least 50% of the nobles to gain stability, so... Vast as they are, excavating the bones is no small feat. A long caravan of wagons drags them to the museum, where curators display the bones in a giant room. They're nervous about showing the dragon's real shape, but the beast's wingspan spreads across the rafters and is impossible to hide. The builders return to their work. Eventually, the library extension is completed. Look at this trade! The chiefs are grateful to have the matter resolved, but the people are still afraid. They whisper that it's foolish to display the bones so openly. Nah, it's fine. What can go wrong? What can go ever wrong? What can ever go wrong? Requisition in rare reagents. Ha, Zemuel, I've come to ask a favor. I recently purchased a very rare reagent for one of my alchemical studies, a small vial of Tajoran frankincense. Lamentably, it's been delayed. I was buying it from Grandi Vitamin Chi. It'd be a great favor to me if you could chase it up on my behalf. Of course, I'll look into it. Most pleasing, let me know how you fare. You summon Grandi Vitamin Chi to the council chambers the next day to talk in private. Ooh, I like this car. A duelist, huh? Greetings, Your Highness. What can I do for you? By vitamin supplements. No, there's no crabs here. Bright waifu, no crabs. I hear you have something for my husband. Alas, I can't give you the frankincense just yet. I was led to believe that the frankincense was to be used in a holy ceremony, as it was regularly down in the south. But recently I've heard disturbing rumors that your husband wants to use it to conduct devilish rituals and experiments not sanctioned by the ninth god. Until I am convinced that this is the case, alas, I cannot hand anything over, for fear of invoking the wrath of the ninth god. You have my word? That's such a lie. Frankincense is a thing, yeah. Oh man, I love devilish rituals. I married the right man, yep. Yeah, it's a real word, it's a real thing. Yeah, holy rituals, just not to the ninth. I'm wondering if the game perceives it as a lie, though. It's like, if it's a lie, absolutely. Like, usually the game tends to be very literal. You know? It lowers faith. I don't think it's a lie. Like, I think that, like, if I had to guess, I think that the way the game interprets it is, you say that, and then the outcome is, in spite of all your assurances, your husband uses it for some devilish rituals, and so it seems like your word isn't worth that much. You know, that's how I would guess the game uses it, because it's very hard to perceive when the game is lying, right? And so the game rarely lies with the options. You know, like, the options you have here are usually very literal, and that makes a lot of sense. So I think that actually, I of course I trust my husband. That's why I'm not gonna say that they're gonna be used for holy rituals, because that I know that he won't do that. Sadie Keens, welcome and thank you for joining. How you doing? Welcome to the Aquila Dynasty. You are a count. Ooh, you are a veil. That's very fashionable around here. Forgotten one. I think it's option B or D. I think it's option B or D. And I think this time around it's gonna be B. Give me the frankincense, or you'll know the meaning of holy wrath. Alas, you cannot threaten me, your majesty. The wrath of the ninth god would be far beyond anything you could muster. Huh. What do we do? What do we do? Keep it then, Desmond? Nah. Dungeon time, you say? I think Zemuel would first try to offer coin. Would some extra coin persuade you to part with the frankincense? I'm afraid I cannot be bribed, your holiness. Frankly, I thought you to be above such tactics. Well, then in the dungeon you go. Your highness, surely you cannot be serious. Of course I am. I tried to pay you. Granny Vitamin, she begs and pleads for mercy, but she had her chance. Yep, a few days in the dark cell is enough to change her mind. Desmond receives the frankincense before the week's end. He's most pleased with it. Meanwhile, the other nobles clamor and grumble about the unlawful arrest. Yeah, you do you. You do you. You do you. You don't have any coin? I have a little bit of a coin. So what are you in for? Trying to persuade, and if that fails, then whatever. I'm fine with this. Life in prison for not accepting your bribe. Yeah, exactly. Now, he's not gone mad with power. He's gone mad with love. Loves his husband. Such a good spouse, perhaps a building in your honor would be a decent reward. I like how we spent time considering our options, and then it was just 1 second for dungeon time then. Yeah, you know, like, I really wanted to bribe them. But... Holseti, by the way, welcome. Hi, I haven't seen you, I think. Everyone will remember that. Yep. I want to bribe. Just give me the thing. No, I cannot be threatened. Okay, I'm gonna give you some gold in spite of my better judgment. No, I cannot be bribed. Well, fuck you then. I'm gonna throw you in the dungeon. Yeah, I have no time for this bullshit. A very impatient king. That's true. Deep in the back rooms of the royal palace, the cutest count in the kingdom pores over secret letters and scribbled diagrams. On the wall is a corkboard filled with pins and crisscrossed by colored strings. Cutest count screen time. Yes. Indeed. My family. The king has married Desmond at last. Now he just needs to get on with producing an heir. We can't hold off the other regions forever. Indeed, the clock is ticking. The kingdom is stable, and the chiefs have been suspiciously helpful in that regard. I'm convinced they're trying to make us focus on the grandees while they plot behind our backs. Then we've got to keep up our efforts. King Zemuel isn't going anywhere on our watch. That is your family? Just remember you hit on? No, that is MrKaji saying the thing, okay? Hitting on family is just what royalty does. That's actually true, yeah. Look at you being nice to each other, liking each other's veils. I wonder if the Demon Pack limited Zemuel's lifespan, or if he literally just doesn't give a damn. I think you mean because he's so impatient? I think he just doesn't give a damn. I think he's actually very old. Auction time, everybody. Auction time. Auction time. I hate to interrupt your veil complimenting here, but we need to move on and get to funding. Let's get this started. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Yeah, legendary elder, exactly. Very, very old. And looking young. So your options here are raising authority with A, lowering authority with B, lowering farming for the counts with C, lowering military for the counts with D, raising farming finally for the grandees with E, or lowering trade for the grandees with F. Why do you want to lower authority? Let's raise authority, come on. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for raising authority. I'm gonna let you know when there's 10 seconds left. 11. 10 seconds now. 10 seconds left now. I'm gonna let you know. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. You do the thing now. You do the thing. Damn. There you go. Good stuff. Aqueduct, funded by Paslik and other grandees to raise farming. Of course, there's always somebody. And then Hesperas, following the king's directions to raise authority. Appreciate that, Hesperas. Mwah. Happenings at the museum. Who would have thought? Oh, we're not bankrupt. Look at this. Incredible. I said fark, not fart. Alexandra. Gotta be careful with the money. So let's go with happenings at the museum. Oh, okay. Good to know. Your Majesty, you recall the giant reptile bones on display in our museum? The scholars complain of rumbling at night and nightmares of fire. They fear for the structural integrity of the museum. Well, that is kind of concerning. I mean, we know what to do here, right? We know what to do, I think. We hide it, right? What's with corpses and bones haunting our asses? I don't know. Yeah, of course the Grandies want to go for A, but I think everybody should go with C. The Chiefs, because C ensures that your lands are more, like, it's the most secure option for your land, accounts for obvious reasons. Because you don't want to, like, Chiefs and Counts don't want to give more power to the church. Let's see what the 9th can do. I don't think we should. If we move it fast enough, we can leave the curse behind. That's science. Exactly, yeah. Bombastic, thanks so much for the follow and welcome back. I'm sure the demon that obliterated the kingdom for 15 years has nothing to do with it. That might be it, yeah. Alright, we're not gonna veto C. I love how summoning the demon costs less strife and turmoil than marrying the Reaper clan. Gotta go. Okay, Bombastic Miscreant, thank you so much for being here. Hope you had a good time. And see you around next time. Take care. 10% is practically guaranteed to lower their faith. Yeah, we don't want to ask for the church support, though. Come on. Like, I don't think Zemuel would ever want to do that, right? We might veto something here. Chara! Wow, that was fast. I'm gonna be happy to read it. Either after the stream, or more probably tomorrow, since it's gonna be very late when we're done. 10 left to the follower golden giveaway. Awesome! We're almost there! I could Unity. You know what? I'm gonna Unity. And trust that she'll be smart enough to go for C. Am I? Am I? Nah, I'm gonna be doing this. Fuck it. I think King Zemuel doesn't want to run the risk. There you go. Easy. Easy peasy. Yeah, I don't think Zemuel would want to, like, to be quite honest. Yeah, at least one is above 50% anyway. That is true. That is true. But I'm thinking, like, actually, what kind of approach would Zemuel have here? Democracy! Demonocracy! Oh, that's a good one, Hesperus. The idea is, like, call for unity is, hey, we should do this. I hope that everybody can agree. Whereas Zemuel doesn't even want to have that discussion. Like, Zemuel wants to keep the bones in hopes that he may at some point control them or draw power from them. And he doesn't want to give a choice. Like, he's not asking. He's not asking nicely this time around. Yeah, the Grandies are abstaining, of course. Alright, let's go. What can go wrong? Fuck! Yes! You seal the bones in the most secure museum vault. You demand utmost secrecy and no one makes a peep. Thankfully, the bones also remain silent. Forever, you hope. There you go. Beam! Fantastic. Rumors of bribery. I assume there's gonna be a stop the count here. Your Majesty, I've heard some disconcerting whispers about Chief Yuki the White Wolf of the North. Has been discreetly offering coin to your palace watch. Oh, that kind of bribery, not mine. Okay, never mind. Just gifts, he says. Gifts of enough coin to retire with. What is he playing at? Your watch have been grumbling about their low wages recently. If we don't give them a raise, these bribes will look very appealing. Unfortunately, we can't give them anything with the treasury as low as it is. We need to bring this matter to the council, your majesty. If Zemuel stared me in the eyes and told me to shut up with that stare, I'd shut up too. Right? Yeah. Zemuel is very intimidating. I agree. We really need to rebel. Ingvald sends a gift. Very well, assemble them at once. By Valtor's beard, you don't have a shred of proof for any of this. Don't make me laugh. I trust the rest of the council will join me in scorning these lies. Take emergency measures to boost the treasury. Sack the current watch and rehire from scratch. Hey, Grandy's A gets you closer to rebelling? That's true. This is 1500, right? Yeah. So what would Zemuel do? He would probably go for the emergency measures. It's definitely A or B. I think I am going to call for unity on this one. Like, there is an obvious threat. If the chiefs want to get ahead, so it's in the best interest of everybody else to just take emergency measures to stop that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's vote. We should all go for A. Should all go for A. It's pretty clear. Yeah, usually if there is... Yeah. When did you care about my interests? I always do. I always do. Pasnik. I always do. Hold on a minute. What? Alright, I'm gonna count down from 5 here to let you vote. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. I'm giving you time, but you're not voting, so 0. Okay, good. Good. No hard feelings, just family. Darn it, we we united. Yes, you did. You order them. Nah, they were trying to have no unity here, but it wasn't enough. You order them in to produce more coins. The sudden rise in inflation causes food prices to rise enough to leave thousands starving. Jesus. Who cares? It's peasants. Most of the extra cash goes straight to the Palace Watch. Hopefully this will buy their loyalty. And about your heir. Your marriage to Desmond has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. It's high time you thought about an heir. Yes. Yes. And we will have babies. The traditional method. Let's get down to business. Of course. Of course. Demons will help us. Up in the north, Chief Yuki the White Wolf has gathered his fellow plotters for a hike through the mountains. Some of our bribes have been accepted, but not enough. The king is paying the Palace Watch well enough that their loyalties aren't easily swayed. Not like you started your rule with mass starvation. Yep, there you go. Yep, everybody was starving at the start of the kingdom, so... So we have some of the watch in our pocket, isn't that enough? Nay, not yet. We can't make a move until we're sure we won't be discovered. The chiefs seem to lower the treasury to 1500 or less. I'm not liking this king, I would rather bring the chiefs. So what about now? What about now? What about now? Do the counts want to contribute to a one-time tax? Wouldn't mind being taxed. What about now? Just to make sure. Zemuel is a reckless heretic. I will allow a tax on us. Chief tax for sure. Sounds like a compliment. Yeah, it is a compliment, yeah. Cruel tax us, I'm fine with it. Paralyzed bribe grandees, maybe. Yeah, mystery. Yeah, of course. Okay, no. Was asking the counts. Next to the chiefs, they can take the defiance. Yeah. Okay, so if the counts agree, Zemuel would definitely grab a few funds from them. And then as to the other two, someone was saying bribe the grandees. Like, one option could be this, but I don't think Zemuel wants to put unrest. Chiefs must be taxed? I don't think so. No, I think that chiefs can be taxed, but I don't think they should be taxed. Yeah, I don't think chiefs should be taxed heavily. And again, like, I don't think Zemuel wants to do cruel taxes. Like, again, he's asked twice for one cruel tax. Sure, the counts are fine with the cruel, or like the 1%. Yeah, but again, Zemuel asks. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with being taxed if someone else is taxed too. I mean, thing is, Zemuel doesn't feel comfortable enough. Like, he saw Luda's reign go from very stable to crumbling in a matter of a few seasons, so he definitely doesn't want to raise other people's defiance, you know? He doesn't want to go at other people. Yeah. I think Zemuel is very smart. So I don't think he would want to. Luda's reign was very stable at first. Or rather, there was high authority and stability, if I recall correctly. And then it all went down. Very quickly. Zemuel knows that he shouldn't push his luck. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Zemuel is doing miles better than Luda. Yep. True. I was so proud. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with this. I hate how competent this king is. I think Zemuel is gonna play it careful and do this. Yeah. Zemuel is doing an annoyingly good job at not letting us win. But, you know, bad events are always behind the corner, so... Yeah, there we go, the Crystal Pox. There you go. God damn it. We finally got some East events. Fuck. God damn it. That's what I mean, right? Like... Bad events are always behind the corner, so... And I think we're gonna go for the Crystal Pox. Yep, let's go. Smitten movie. I'd like to make your acquaintance here. It's a nice coat you have. Melting Penguins, welcome back. How you doing? Hey, greetings to you. We're having a good time now tonight. Your Majesty, I bring grim tidings. An outbreak of Crystal Pox is ravaging the east. How many dead? Whole villages have succumbed. The disease is terribly virulent. Your Majesty, if I may make a suggestion, victims of crystal pox are only infectious at the boil stage. Once they are fully covered in crystals, they no longer spread the disease. God damn it. Indeed, the pox crystals can be harvested and used in jewelry. If we allowed pox to spread, we could make money in the East. Honestly, I thought that our plan to put Luda into power was an elaborate prank. How did the werewolf thing end? The monarch burned the High Inquisitor, which dropped stability from 4 to 1, and then in an auction, the nobles managed to lower stability by 1 to 0, and the kingdom ended. Yeah, that's going too far, yeah. Hope you're doing well, penguins. Oh yeah, awesome, thank you, Lurs. By the blood of the dead, woman, that is heartless, even for you. The only way to fight the pox is to close the roads and shut down all trade until the wave subsides. Is that what you want, for the East to lose money? I mean, maybe. God damn it. Spent the day measuring my flat for new furniture. That's amazing! That's exciting! Awesome, so happy for you! Renovating and getting new furniture is so refreshing. So yeah, I need to take a look at this. Spread the crystal pox, raises defiance, lowers everything, and gives him a bunch of money. Don't do anything one way or the other. No. Lowers everything. Quarantine the East to prevent further spread. We should quarantine the East, I think. We need to quarantine the East. Right? Unity maybe to help with the goddamn stat drops. I think we need to go see, yeah. Yeah, we've seen what plagues do to the kingdom, and it's not pleasant at all. I think we need to quarantine. I think we need to quarantine. And I think this might be. I like this. I like this idea. I like the idea that Zemuel is like, we need to take a decision as quickly as possible. So it's gonna stop the count on this one. Because this needs immediate intervention. If you call for unity, I will deviate. Yeah, no, I don't think that's the thing. So get your votes ready. Yeah, no nonsense. Like, this is important. We need to do that. So I'm gonna count down from 10. Get your votes ready. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, remember that if you type too... Sorry, let's do it again. Remember that if you type too early, and you your vote doesn't count, you can change the capitalization of the letter, and the chat will allow you to type it again. Thank you, Lurks. Okay, let's do it again. Counting down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's quarantine this. Let's throw a quarantine at this disease. That's amazing. That's amazing, everybody. Wow. That's how it should have gone. Good job. The kingdom is actually going to be a stable place. That's incredible. I'm so proud of you. Wow. Fantastic. Blockades are placed on the roads leading in and out of the east. Nobody goes in or out. For a month, the crystal pox ravages the countryside. Back to chaos. I mean, this is actually a really good show of devotion to the kingdom, which we didn't have in previous reigns, right? Like the council, for the first time in the history of this reign since Irinaman, shed away all their differences and united mostly for the well of the kingdom. That was really good. Amazing. Fantastic. Nobody goes in or out. For a month, the crystal pox ravages the countryside. When the blockades are lifted, many fields lie fallow with no farmers left to tend them. Eastern villages are dotted with the gleaming statues of the afflicted. But thanks to the council's quick thinking, the disease doesn't spread beyond the east's borders. Yeah, that is absolutely fine. Like, that's a good reason, Alexandra, right? Once the roads reopen, the counts harvest gemstones from the quarantine's dead and sell them at a tidy profit. Yeah, Ninth was united with the kingdom. True. Incidental goals, yeah, mostly. The plague is a made-up conspiracy by the ground. Only protection needed is the Ninth. I don't know. I would doubt that. But yeah, good job, everybody. I'm actually very proud. Fantastic. Fantastic job. So what do we do here? I think blood money and then bones for sale. Let's move east and then south. Chara, that's you. That's gonna be more for your lore, I think. Excuse me. Nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing is wrong in the east. Things must have changed. There's definitely not an old witch who lives at the border of my lands, and I definitely haven't been having money troubles. And most importantly, she didn't offer me a fortune in exchange for just a drop of my blood, an offer which I absolutely didn't accept. You keep looking at me like I've trod on your foot. Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still rule over my estate, not her. Definitely not lore. Furthermore, she didn't forbid me from telling you any of this, and I'm not using negative statements to bypass her magic. You know, Zemuel is too smart not to realize. And it's a count who's asking for help. On the other hand, if you ended up doing that, you're bad. You know what will happen if you attack a witch? Does any of the options say attack the witch? No, then stop spoiling things for me, please. I don't remember most of the events. I definitely don't want to punch Alexander. Wait, why would you want to punch Alexander in the face? Yeah, I don't know if he cares. I don't know if he cares. Kind of on you making the deal. Yeah. But yeah, he definitely knows. He definitely knows. Yeah, the question is, does he care? Or does he think when you deal with demons and witches, you need to be careful, and if you're not careful, it's on you. You know that better, don't piss off the witch. Okay. Yeah, but I think Zemuel thinks he's more powerful than a witch, so he has more resources. Yeah, exactly. It's not a wizard. It's a witch, which is lower. Yeah, the thing is... I think warlocks are at the same level as witches. And then wizards are above them. I think warlocks are male and witches are female, and wizards are gender neutral. What would Zemuel do? Do you want to be saved, Chara? Do you want to be saved? Holy macaroni! Mochi Mamu! Hello! Hello! Welcome everybody! Hi! Thank you so much for the raid! How are you all doing? I'm MrKaji. Some of you may know me already because I think that Mochi Mamu already raided around here. I do remember. I love how we're always playing kind of King at the same time. Let's go! I hope your kingdom has been... This kingdom has been really good. This kingdom has been really good. So, welcome everybody, I'm MrKaji. I only play King of the Castle. Tonight, we are playing the Aquila Dynasty, which is a long-standing dynasty that we've been playing for about a month now. This is our 5th monarch. And we plan on playing it for another 2 months, so 3 months in total, and then move on to another long dynasty. In this long dynasty, this one included, we have we lean heavily on lore and RP. Mystery Dragon, please don't introduce me to new people with these freaking and Baspier, same, please. those are clips that I would like to show them when we have a bit more, you know, when we know each other a bit better. So please don't do that again. We lean very heavily on role playing and lore building. In this dynasty in particular. So if you like those things, I invite you to join. This might be a fun thing to do. Yeah, don't show them the winner clips. Come on, at least not at first. And everybody, if you haven't already, go follow Mochi Mamu. We need, I always say this, we need more King of the Castle streamers. So please do that. How was your game, by the way, Mochi? This has been fantastic. I'm currently playing as King Zemuel, who summoned a demon to get on the throne, and I think that King Zemuel probably has a pact with another demon. So it's kind of a shady, heretical figure, kind of all business, kind of evilish, but we don't like that word around here. And the kingdom has been incredibly managing, I don't want to say stable, but it's been managing kind of well. So I've been having a good time. How about you? Let me see what y'all are saying here. Yeah, no, but I would appreciate if you didn't throw those at people when they arrived, especially while I'm trying to explain them the serious stuff we do around here. Yeah, and if you want to check out in more detail what we do around here, I invite you to join the Discord. Where you can find a whole section dedicated to the King of the Castle with summaries for the current dynasty in Kingdom lore. There's a thread specifically for that. Thank you so much for the follow, Yoiban. And then we have a Nobles lore channel where you can write lore about your noble, and a roleplay forum channel where you can roleplay as your noble with each other. I need to put that command behind a high channel point redeem. We might have to do that, yes. If people abuse it, we might have to do that. 9 left in the fall. Yeah, we currently have we're 9 away from 500 followers. After which we're gonna have a special event, a secret special event, and a giveaway. We're gonna be giving away a few copies of the game. Anyway, that's all from me. Glad to have you all here. Welcome. And thank you so much again for the raid, Mochimamu. I really appreciate it. Now. Oh yeah, right. Chara. Chara is asking to be saved. It's not asking to be saved. No, it's not asking to be saved because of the negatives, you know? If you want to be saved, then yeah, we can do something about it, I think. Yeah. I don't want to be saved. Yeah, hang on, I'm starting to think you mean the opposite of what you say. No, Your Grace, that's not the case. Okay. Let's fetch the court physician to see if we can lift your curse. After a week confined to a cold iron box with nothing to eat but salt, the magic stops affecting Count Char's system so strongly. He's even able to talk about his ordeal directly. I always tolerated that bloody witch. She'd sell medicine to the peasants and help them find lost sheep. I never suspected she was capable of something like this. Yeah, I guess I was wrong, sorry. We need to call a vote, send a regiment to take back my stolen lands. We don't want to burn the witch at the stake. We definitely don't want to burn the witch at the stake. Dang, I guess I was wrong. Yeah. Totally gonna wing A. Now we're not gonna burn the witch. Yoiban, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the Counts. Ooh. I think we should go for B, right? You're always a count. You gotta be a count for 2 more months in this dynasty. But we also have casual games where you can pick other things. Laurel Master, welcome back. Hey, thank you for joining. How you doing? Yeah, the Grandies are definitely gonna go A. I might veto A. But you know, I believe they are working on a way to allow us to choose region, which I'm oh, really? Wait, to choose region even after a dynasty has started? What can go wrong with the 40%, right? My count dislikes the Grandies, but the 7th he's siding with them here. But by the 7th he's siding with them here. Oh wow, okay. Maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know, I haven't heard of that. I was wondering. Was the X or X? Oh, that was because of stop the count. It's a way to circumvent Twitch chat, preventing you from repeating the same message. I think I'm gonna call for unity here. I think Zemuel would call for unity on this one. Like, he trusts... I think maybe he would trust the chiefs to not want to burn the witch at the stake. Because, you know, chiefs aren't into the church as well. So I think it might be that. Yeah. I think that's what the king would do. Let's go. Let's go. Should go for B. We should go for B. But would we want to do so? We are trying to get rid of the MrKaji maid. If you vote for A, chiefs, that's probably increase faith, right? That's why you wouldn't want to. What? Why are people voting for A? Oh, Grandies are voting for A. Okay. Alright. Wow, this is incredibly close. Wow, okay, I'm gonna count down from 5 here to let y'all vote. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I'm gonna give you a few more seconds here. Fantastic! That's perfect, thank you. The last second votes from the counts, making it over 50%. Wow! No barbecue party. When the eastern troops arrive at Chara Systems' estate, they find that the witch has already fled, along with what remained of Chara Systems' gold. The peasants have no memory of their time under the witch's rule, but the churches have been burned, with profane messages scrawled on their charred walls. Fantastic! And the fields are never again as bountiful as they were under the witch's reign. Perfect! Perfect. Yeah, that's a great, that's a sweet end. Your Majesty, some accursed grave robbers have dug up my ancestor, Saint Umber. I mean, didn't you do the same thing a few months ago? They've boiled him down to his bones and are selling them as holy relics. The gullible peasants believe each bone brings good fortune and keeps away vermin. This fucking guy again. Wait, let me actually check a word from English here. From Italian, I mean. How's lieto fine? Happy ending, just happy ending? Oh, okay. The king let the grandees get away with the murder of my dad? What? No, we imprisoned the person, isn't that... I think. I have to respect their talent if they somehow got to do that without getting smote. You're right. We must put a stop to it. You let them go? I don't remember what we're talking about. I don't know. Oh, I think I remember now, yeah. So, buy some of the lucky bones. Fuck no. Send the Inquisition to track down the grave robbers. Allow the sale of bones to continue. Buy some bones. We're not gonna buy the bones. We're not gonna buy the bones here. Now hear me out. Nah. Delicious saint soup. Freshest thing. Oh no! I think we're gonna veto A, yeah. I think Zemuel knows better. Yeah, just don't pressure me, Dragon Pit. I'm gonna do things, don't worry. The only bones Zemuel wouldn't buy, yeah, right? Because they're from a saint that incinerates heretics. So yeah, this might be one. I think he would allow the sale of bones, but it's kind of, he wouldn't be too mad if the Inquisition went down and tracked the grave robbers, because they might be, you know, like he would prefer sending them than counts. We don't want bones being sold? I don't know. I think Zemuel is kind of indifferent at this thing, to be quite honest. Because, like, if the Inquisition goes and tracks down the grave robbers, it's one less problem for him. So, that's actually a decent result. Right, that makes sense, yeah. Like, he wouldn't mind. He wouldn't mind if B passed. Alright, I'm gonna count down from 5. Let all vote. 4, 3, 2, 1. This is 12 to 13. Incredible. And 0. I guess the sale of bones continues. Hold up. Yeah, how did they manage, right? Upon my honor, you'll do nothing? The bones don't bring good fortune, however. They bring a curse. Farmers' crops wither. Merchants' wagons throw a wheel. Bad luck settles on the south like a garrote across the throat. Oh my god. That is devastating. Whoops. Whoopsie doopsie faith. Whoopsie doopsie daisies. So sorry. Whoops. Whoops. Monarch's Iron Choice? I don't think that Zemuel wants Iron Choice. I don't think Zemuel is a tyrant. I think he's fine with how things are right now. The curse. Whoopsie doopsie, yep. Whoopsie daisy, we destroyed your old farmy wormy. Just getting annoyed for the first time King of the Castle. Sorry to hear that. You don't have to be here if you're not having fun. Horror in the East. What's up with all these freaking werewolves? And escaped experiment as well? No way! What the fuck? Just along for the ride. I mean... y'all. Trust me, don't complain. Bad events are always behind the corner. And I still have not been presented with a child. It's been like 3 seasons. So there's always time. Let's go to Archbishop's request. Your Majesty, I wish to speak with you about the situation in the north. Too long have the Northerners been allowed to worship their heathen tree gods in brazen defiance of the ninth god. Allow me to send some of my best missionaries to the north. It's for the good of the realm. I have to bring it to the council. Of course, Your Majesty, I would expect nothing less. Get the hell out of here, Archbishop. Honkai, thank you so much for being here. I hope you had a good time. Take care. Stupid hat. I mean... And here we go again. Grandy's gonna lose boat again. Think so. I think so. Think so. And... Zemuel is actually gonna call for unity on this one. I'm just tired of getting shit on every game because we're the villains now. I don't know. I wouldn't frame it that way, to be quite honest. Like, I don't think that that is what happened in Oscar's reign, for instance. Like, I don't think that Oscar specifically framed you as the villains. And to be quite honest, King Zemuel is not even framing the Grandies as the villains. He's just antagonizing Ninetheism, but not framing Grandies as villains. Okay, we're live. We're back. We're back. We are back. Sorry about that, everybody. That was my internet connection that faltered. Yeah, there you go. See? Yeah, that was me. Sorry. Welcome back, everybody. Hi. No, that was me. That was all on me. Apologies. All right. Refresh. I think my big annoyance is coming from each time I've seen this stream that basically Grandies have been seen as the villain when we legitimately have barely done anything. Again, I don't know. I didn't have the perception that you've been really seen as villains, like, but I haven't been following chat all the time. But yeah, I definitely haven't had that perception. You know, in the big picture, it didn't feel that way for me. But sorry to hear that you're feeling annoyed. Around space in the lower message because I don't have Discord Nitro. You can break it up. All right. Yeah, you can post more than one. Don't worry about it. Alright, what do we do here? We call for unity and we vote, right? I'm writing up a suggestion for a more complicated faith system. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting, because it's kind of binary. That is true. That's very interesting. I'm gonna be more than happy. Like, let me know when you write it. Like, let me know. Write on Discord when you publish it on the devs Discord, so I can take a look at it. All right. I think it threw some people out of the game. Nah, I still have 47 nobles here. Bunch of nobles, too many. And the extension usually takes a few minutes to get back to normal, so don't worry about that. Just don't expect it to happen so soon since I just joined the lore again. Yeah, I agree. The fact that it's binary can sometimes bring to things being a bit overpowered. But yeah, I agree. But yeah, I'm gonna be more than happy to read a thing. Alright, let's vote. Let's vote, everybody. Call for unity on this one. We should obviously deny the Archbishop's request for a mission here. We'd obviously deny that. Wow. Missionaries are actually winning. That's incredible. Where's everybody when you need them? Everybody? Everybody? Oh my god, this is too close. Why is this so close? Alright. It's 12 to 11 right now. I'm gonna count down from 5 as usual. So counting down from 5, 4, 13 to 11, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Alright, we send missionaries to the north. I hope you didn't vote like this just because people were complaining. This is the erasure of our culture. We won't forget this, you rabid pack of tyrants. The mission goes ahead despite protests from the chiefs. The results are less than promising. After being run out of more than a dozen towns in the north, the missionaries head back to the capital with their tails between their legs. Still, the Archbishop hopes that their preaching might have laid the groundwork for future attempts. I'm really happy it failed. Okay. We do the escape experiment now. Apparently something has escaped from the cellars of Count Yoiban's castle. I've asked for an eyewitness report from a local. Hello, Your Majesty. It was a right unholy sight. A monster stitched together from parts dug out from a village cemetery. I recognize my Aunt Edna's earlobes. Okay. I think another thing with measuring pagan faith is positive stat means it'll help with Saturn wins, because having low faith means you're more likely to be out of the running. That's true. Wait, you're saying a bunch of stuff. Oh, I realized that we need more religious tolerance than the old days, and hopefully the missionaries could be able to help that out. I see. So you were one of the counts who voted for A. I see. Yeah, I like that they go along with a lot of things, but I hope that it doesn't actually become an alliance 2-on-1, because otherwise the grandies are cut out. And so far it's been a bit of both, you know? Like, they were very... I want to remind you that at the very start, the chiefs attacked the counts in the very first rebellion, and chiefs and counts were at odds with each other, so... Yeah, her earlobes must have been very memorable earlobes. Damn, we slurs. God damn it. Alright, let's go. Did it hurt anyone? No, just some confused. Kept asking for its father. This creature is my life's work, your grace, and my son. His escape was regrettable, but he just wanted to see the village up close. Rest assured, I have chained him up far more securely in my dungeon to ensure this won't happen again. King Fanati makes chiefs and counts very friendly with each other. Yeah, again, but this is this king in particular. I agree. Shitting on the single region continuously. Yeah, no, I agree. I absolutely agree. That's why I'm saying I hope it doesn't turn into that. I don't think it's been that so far. I'm sorry to hear it's been perceived that way, if that's the case. But I don't think it's been that. Always get this when I'm at count. I don't know if I'm... Alright, let's go. It's too late for that, Count. You and your unholy creation must be burned. It is the only way to cleanse the world of your evil. Really? Do we want to free the monster here? Do we want to free the monster? I don't think so. RP is cool, but being forced to play a 2v1 isn't, so hopefully it doesn't get that. Yeah, I absolutely agree. That's a great way to put it, Northwind. Being forced to play a 2v1 isn't. Absolutely agree. So I hope that we find ways to balance it out. Queeve, welcome and thank you for joining. How you doing? And welcome to the Chiefs. How you doing? You want to be... Wait, what? Burn me? I think it's either C or D. But I've experienced this type of bullying in the Aquila Dynasty as a Baron, so I don't wish it on other people. Yeah, no, I like... If it happens, if it gets to that, we're gonna try to figure out ways to work around it. Okay. Thank you for bringing it up. I appreciate that, Grandies. Huh. So what do we do? What do we do here? Monster may leave as long as it stays imprisoned. Free the monster. So I think so. Yoiban asked that the monster may leave imprisoned. So I think we should just go with that, right? I think we should just go with that. I think we should go with C. Wait, you're saying a lot of things. Best to talk about this stuff instead of just letting it build up to a boiling point. Absolutely agree. Yeah. If it's glitchy, it's not on me this time. Yeah. Twitch hiccups. I mean, the audio is fine when it's usually that way. But yeah, definitely agree with the talking about it. I would say we started the conversation tonight. If in a couple of reigns it becomes clear that it's heading that way, then let's talk again about it. Awesome, Clofo. Good to know. Did you write it in my Discord or in the developers Discord? Free Willy. The glitch happened to all of us, then yeah, then it's definitely Twitch's fault. Alright. I think it should be C. And it might be a stop the count situation here, you know? In the castle Discord. Perfect. Fantastic, thank you. So I'm gonna go read it probably tomorrow. Alright. I think there would be a stop the count here. Just to close it very quickly, you know? So I'm gonna count down from 10. I think the king would push for C. And get your votes ready. Counting down from 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 0. Go. The king is definitely pushing for C. The king is definitely pushing for C. Wow, people want to free... Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, that caught me by surprise as well. That was very close. That was really close. Yeah, that was very, very close. Holy crap. The monster may leave as long as it stays imprisoned. I forgot to say the thing about capital... Ah. Thank you, Your Majesty. I promise the villagers will never again be troubled by my son's unusual features. Riots spark across the east as the priests whip the common folk into a frenzy. How can Yoiban have escaped justice after desecrating the dead and performing dark magic? Rumors spread that Yoiban has used his power to turn you into the puppet. Why else would this travesty be allowed? Yeah, sure. Stuff the Count is way more fun than I thought it would be. I kind of agree. Like, how has it been so far, everybody? Because I've been enjoying it. From the outside, I've been enjoying it. Yeah, faith is low, finally. So, plague time. Fun. Stuff of the Count is lots of fun with more nobles. I like how it's a surprise in a fun way. Hectic. Oh, hectic in a fun way. I like it. It does work better than I thought. Me too, yeah. Awesome. That's fantastic. Good to know. Yeah, then we'll consider it for the next thing. I'm still on the fence about it. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. On the fence means we can keep trying, right? God damn it, we have a werewolf again. Shiny Quarks. Shiny Quarks. Your Majesty, a monster has been stalking... Wait, is it Shiny Quarks? Was it Shiny Quarks last time as well? Your Majesty, a monster has been stalking my farms. At night, smashing down the doors of cottages and feasting on the peasants inside. How many victims? Yeah, this is the third werewolf in the dynasty. Dozens, Your Majesty, and only a few have survived the attacks. The survivors tell a garbled story about gleaming fangs that made a mountain of blood-soaked fur. God damn it. There is nothing more certain than werewolves and chiefs dying in duos. Oh god, you're right. You're absolutely right. Dragon Pete, okay, thank you. Did you go check on the World Anvil for that? Folks without game get chosen as the subject of events, but less frequently. Yeah. But they still do. No, they still do. Like, we had a few already today. We're gonna offer a bounty, right? We're gonna offer a bounty here. This is definitely a concern of us. This is definitely a concern of us. Because, like, the other one was under control. This one is out of control. I think we should offer a substantial bounty. Okay, let's start the vote here. Yeah, exactly. Char got the witch event, for instance. And they're not the only one, I think. This is kind of split, 9 to 12. Grandy is voting for B. Who is it? Vaspir. Actually wants to solve it. Alright, gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. I want the monster burning. Bounty it is. The bounty is placed. Hopefully some enterprising monster slayer will claim it soon. Alright, let's go. Your heir, finally. A ghoulish problem. Let's go with the ghoulish problem. Let's go with the ghoulish problem. Your Majesty, the Count's scheme is loyalty. They have to protect the king. Finally, grandchild. We'll be leaving in 15 minutes. Okay. Gaddy says how. Your Majesty, we are having terrible problems in the east. The people have lost faith in the ninth god and churches are being left to crumble. But without priests to perform the rites, the dead are rising as ghouls from their abandoned crypts. There have been 9 attacks in the last week alone. Dark news indeed. That is a nuisance. We must remind the eastern folk that they are lost without the ninth to protect them, especially once they've passed. Toilet cap wearing old man. Send more priests to the east. Employ the ghouls as a source of cheap labor. There you go. Cremate the bodies in the east instead of burying them. Hire adventurers to eradicate the ghouls. You know? I think it's just gonna be a veto on the priests. There you go. I think it's just gonna be that. Veto on the priests. Let's go. Fighting ghouls is fun for the whole family. I don't think I've actually seen D. I usually go for B. And this one. Do you want werewolves and zombies in the east? That's how you get werewolf zombies. I mean, what if we could make ghouls fight the werewolves? We're actually going for cheap labor? Oh my god. And the Grandies are voting for it? Well, okay. Well, okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Fantastic. Employ the ghouls as a source of cheap labor. No fucking way, we lost the 90%. Holy shit. No way. They unionized. It was a 90% chance, Waper. Because he had a 9, it's all the 9's fault. It should have been an 80%. Wow. Mamu usually loses when it's like that too. I've lost a few 90% too, and got like a 5% the other day, so I'm not surprised. It proves difficult to find a use for captured ghouls. An attempt to put them to work in a dye factory ends in a disaster when 100 rainbow-colored corpses burst free of the facility and rampage through the streets, devouring commoners. The 5% was awesome, I agree. This is... In the end, the ghoul problem in the... Holy shit, in the east just gets worse and worse with no solution in sight. Farmers are afraid to cross their field past nightfall, and merchants stop traveling between cities. And I think that Zemuel, like, this is... Zemuel takes this as... Fuck, I dared too much. He felt too in control of the situation. I mean, yeah, gay goals are amazing, but... Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. I think it's a daughter. The Zemuel noble breaks out into polite applause by designating an heir if cemented the civility of the kingdom. Kurai! Hey, Kurai, I hadn't seen you. Hi, welcome. May I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name? Zemuel II. Press the 9th, your highness. I'm sure little Zemuel II will grow up to be a chief of the old block. Congrats on finding an heir, yada yada yada. Zemuel might start to understand that sometimes he should listen to the church. I don't know if you would go that far, but I think like he started to think that he was all powerful and that he had everything under control, and that is the perfect demonstration that he's not, that he doesn't have everything under control. Yeah, exactly. At least not to dismiss it entirely, for sure. Yeah, it's usually Grandies. You're right. I noticed that. I don't know that with slurs, to be honest. I think that like in at least you might come to consider the church as a tool to use instead of a nuisance, an obstacle. He should. This demise was his fault. The Archbishop just wanted to help. That is true. That is true. Yeah. If I summoned a demon to take the throne, I would have thought I was all-powerful a lot earlier. The demon was not under his control, right? That's why he didn't think he was all-powerful. The chief architect bustles into your office carrying an armful of parchment. Statues can be torn down, paintings can be burned. Don't you think it's time you left a lasting mark on this kingdom? I propose we carve your majesty's visage into the side of a mountain. It will take dozens of artisans, thousands of hours, but we'll ensure you're always remembered. Absolutely ridiculous. Call yourself an architect? Well, I went to university and everything. You call a vote to discuss this outrageous plan. A mountainside carved in your likeness will surely get people talking. But it'll take time and a lot of gold. I have a bad feeling. I think one of the options is 2,400 in cost. Okay, it's not. Thank God. MrKaji more. Go ahead with the project. It will be a wonder of the world. Come on, fuck this. Yeah, this is an idea best left forgotten. Unless the nobles want to fund it, but nah. What do you mean, great idea? C is best? Because you want to rebel, right? Can I have your throne for unclaimant? Wait, where are you, sir? Sleepless Lap. What faction do you belong to? Are you chief? Never heard of a better idea. Ah, god damn it. Just give me a second, because I'm hearing some weird noises from the other room. Let me check that everything's okay. Never mind, I thought it might be a ghoul. Instead, you want to know what he was? You want to know what he was? You want to know what he was? It was this tiny dog snoring very loudly. It was this tiny dog snoring very loudly. So that's what happened. I thought I was hearing some weird things, but yep, that's what it was. The cutest ghoul, yes. It was Molotov, indeed. That's getting clipped. So What else would it be? I don't know. I couldn't make out what the noise was, so. Alright. I think this is one of those things that Zemuel just want to be rid of very quickly. Thinking this is an idea best left forgotten. And I think he's gonna stop the count. So, am I a joke to you? It was really loud. Alright. So, I'm gonna set it to stop the count. And then I'm gonna count down from 10. And let you vote. Quick reminder, if you vote too early, remember that you can vote with a different capitalization, so you can have a capital letter in your vote, and it will count and will bypass Twitch chat that usually stops you from typing in the same message again. Alright, so counting down from 10, get your votes ready. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Look at the Chiefs! Wow! Look at the Chiefs voting A. So compact. The Chiefs voted A in like a second. That's fantastic. This really, you know, tests your coordination. That's cool. With the council's approval, it's an easy enough matter to demand a tithe from your nobles. It doesn't stop them grumbling though. Holy shit. That's a lot of defiance. Planning starts in earnest. The mountainside is covered in scaffolding. You wait eagerly for news of the project's completion. Yeah, that was a fast one. How much money did you lose, by the way? Your gift has been funded. Well, thank you. 700. Holy crap, that's a lot. 1,000, 2,500. Holy crap. I'll have the throne even if I had to take it by force. But the work is plagued by setbacks. The stone is harder to cover than anticipated. Storms knock down the scaffolds. A rock slide erases much of the work that has been done. I was at 0. Your Majesty, I have to admit that I have bitten off more than I could chew. I'm sure it will work out. It'll work out in the end, right? Or I will kill you. Yes, of course it will. As the weeks roll past, it becomes clear that the chief architect's grand ideas will take a lot longer to come to fruition. Alright. Auction time, everybody. Auction time. Look at this. I mean, let's start it. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Confetti cupcake in a moment. Funding time now. Your options are raising faith for the chiefs with A, lowering trade for the chiefs with B, raising trade for the counts with C, raising authority with D, raising farming for the grandees with E, and raising stability with F. Monarch, I definitely want D and F. F most of all, though. F is my priority here. 10 seconds left. In a moment. Not now. 10 seconds left now. And 5 seconds. Now. Oh, F. No effing way. No effing way. No effing way. Look at all the money that these pieces of shit have, and they're not spending it. I have no words. You're the worst sidekicks. You are the worst sidekicks. God damn it. So increasing farming for the grandees and trade for the counts. I tried to spend money. God damn it. Mystery Dragon, thank you so much for being here. Have a great night. See you around. Your ambition. We can go with this one because it's the preliminary one, so let's go with this one. This is not the end game. I spent some on your mountain that I didn't want! At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a peacekeeper. You've succeeded on that front. The kingdom is peaceful and you're renowned for your mercy and wisdom. Well done, your majesty. Your daughter will love the monument. She will, if she survives. This is ambition first, because it's not the end game role. Yes, of course I go. But to shut down your noble scheme for good, we need to build... You're a bit critical, everybody, today. What happened? We need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. The common folk are... Yeah, exactly. I'm just choosing the second stage. Jeez, chill down. The common folk are a sleeping giant that even the nobles are afraid to wake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles won't dare overthrow you for fear of revolution. My advice, on the other hand, would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies. They fit their schemes with schemes of our own, but the Chancellor has other ideas. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Between being loved and being feared, what do you think Zemuel would choose? Peaceful citizens ravaged by ghouls and cursed into his famine. Peaceful, quote unquote. Don't worry about it, it's an RP game. Thank you. Clefo, again, you're not... Nobody is telling you to stay. If you're not having fun, you can leave anytime. I understand, but again, like, if you're not having fun, I'm not forcing you to stay here. Like, I've left a fair share of games where I was having fun, and there's nothing wrong. Like, I wouldn't say, ah, what a piece of shit he left. No, it's fine. Don't worry, you can leave anytime. Yes, Pie Network, he knows the political intrigue, he wants to be feared. Absolutely, he wants control. More than to be feared, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, fear. Fear all the way. Peace through terror. Yep. Zombie spies. Definitely this. Farming would be so hilarious. Oh my god. I want to be loved. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, no. I don't think that would be the case. Fear being loved, Your Majesty. That too, yes. Love me, peasants. I drove away the famine demon. Please ignore I helped summon it and brought ghouls on you. Gay zombie spies. Amazing. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin recruiting spies. We'll send them across the kingdom in the guise of traveling bards. Okay, let's go. Yeah, we just got dealt a really bad hand. Yeah, it happens. I agree. Again, I'm not forcing anybody to stay here. Poor harvest, of course. Why not? The monster slayer. Let's start with the harvest. Yeah, we have 2 months to get better games. And then after that, we have a whole new dynasty. So that's also the reason why I want to switch dynasties every 3 months, right? Like, I want a hard limit on how long they are. Because I can imagine some dynasties getting stale in the future. And I want to have a little bit of change, you know? And we also gonna have different streams outside of the dynasty games, so... I also hope that too, Hesperas. I agree. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree, Hesperas. That's remember, I watched 2 or 3 people consistently complaining about how long they was playing a game. Yeah, just leave, right? If you're not having fun. Okay. Bad news, Your Highness. We have suffered an extremely poor harvest in the north. Unseasonably bad weather is to blame. Holy shit. I hope that too, Clofo. What can we do about it? Not much, Your Majesty. Even a king can't control the weather. Mr. Dragon. Unfortunately, it'll be a tough winter. Wait, what? That's it? What? I thought I could help. Somehow. What? What? That seems to be it. Good event, everyone. Is that it? I think it's a prelude event. I think so too, but... Oh, also it's autumn. Notice, so we're probably gonna have an event in winter. Yeah. The pinnacle of the Zemuel philosophy. If it sucks, hit the bricks. Nope. Can we do anything about it? Nope. I mean, I just said, can we do anything about it, right? Like, what can I do to help? And they said, nothing. Okay. Yeah, we're in autumn and they spoke about the winter. That's it. The Monster Slayer. Your Majesty, you offered a bounty on the monster in the east. I could have collected it by now, but I wanted to speak to you first. Why? Last week I hunted the beast down, found it feasting on the remnants of some unlucky peasants. Damn creature looked away before I could kill it, so I followed at a distance. Yeah, who is the werewolf now? Oh. The beast made its way back to Grand Keep before my very eyes. I witnessed this bloodthirsty beast transform back into Count Chara system. Chara. You have a lot of lore to write, apparently. So not only were you bewitched, but you are also a werewolf. Good job. The chiefs were like, look at this sucks and it's all your fault. You will stay put and look while we suffer because of you. And we won't allow you to do anything to help us. Yep, 3 wolves, yep. Yep. This might be the revenge of the witch, yeah. That might be... Holy crap. I think a lot of werewolves. Why you? Because you're new around here. When the game is bullying you around. Why should I believe you? I have no reason to lie. Some kind of skin shedder, no doubt. A nightmare beast that lives within Count Chara's system's skin and comes out at night. He will have no memory of his crimes, I am sure. Well, what should I do? Removing the head would be a good start. I can do the deed for a small fee. Well, I think... Investigate? With the Inquisitors? So... Wait, I can make this the werewolf thing can be a plot for revenge against the witch? I wish it was. I wish it was. Put to a vote, my liege. Thing is, Zemuel saw what happened to Irinavan. Glio, welcome, thank you so much for joining. How you doing? Hello, Glio. Welcome to the Counts. That's a cool. What is it? What is it? Is it a ribbon you have? That's really cool. Around your neck, you know? So, for those of you who may be new around here, the dynasty started with the very first king, King Irinavan, who showed mercy to the werewolf and asked the werewolves to control themselves, and the werewolf started to attend council again, and then one day they just went crazy and killed the king. So, you know, we have perfectly good Inquisitor for this kind of thing. Right, Zemuel gets the first monarch victory by doing the unthinkable and learning from history. That might be it, I don't know. Like, I don't want to speak too soon, but... Why do we even fund the Inquisition if we aren't using them for this kind of stuff? That's a good point. That's a good point. Buonasera, Blue Lavender. How you doing? Julian, hi. Hi. Long time to see. How are you? The one thing that I'm thinking of, like, it makes sense, the idea of using the Inquisitor, but I have one objection. Like, Zemuel has very little patience and wants to get rid of problems very quickly. So I think that he would just be done with it. Like, remember, we had an opportunity to investigate in a previous event as well, and he didn't do that. He's very... God, I have an Italian word in mind, which I cannot think of. Cursory, I guess. No, not cursory. Curt? Abrupt, snappy. Yeah, that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff. Now, I don't think he would put it to a vote, because I think that he believes that his safety depends on it. I think we'd just kill it. Yeah, deal with this at once. A week later, Marl arrives at a morning council session, his hooded cloak spotted with blood. With his sneer, he tosses something at your feet. It's the blood-soaked head of Count Chara system. Tumbling across your nice clean floor, the surrounding nobles gasp in shock. I think I said, I can't wait to meet your noble, Chara, and to murder it. At the start of the session, by the way, at the start of the stream. I think I said that, so there you go. It has been a while, so glad to hear from you. Glad to hear from you as well, Julian. Hope you're doing well. Finally, I know who you remind me of. Cool. Guys, no, don't kill me. Of course I'm gonna kill you. You're a liability now. Like, Zemuel has no conscience. You're a liability now. Full version of Alvaro Soler. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what that is. It's a singer. I can see the resemblance. I can see the resemblance. Looks like a handsome guy, thank you. I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing fantastic, Julian. I'm not gonna go into the details, but I'm currently living in Bologna and I'm having a good time. I'm back to studying, I'm streaming, I'm having a great time streaming these games, so I'm doing fantastic. How about you? And thus, this happened. I'm already at noble number 3. Wait, are you at noble number 3? I thought you were at noble number 2. Been in the concert with him a while ago. Oh, okay. Mwah. Thank you, Julian. It's the blood-soaked head of Count Chara's system tumbling across your nice clean floor. The surrounding nobles gasp in shock. You hurriedly order for your steward to bring the horrible man his bounty so he'll go away. See? Noble number 2. No, noble number 1 is alive. Didn't get killed. We cured you. There you go. And here I think we just do with the... No, you didn't get killed. I think we just go with the common tax here. Unless the counts really ask us to take their money. Whose skull was found? I don't know what you're talking about. No, I'm not gonna text you. You can dare me as much as you want. It's late and I low-key need sleep. Driving to Croatia for holidays on Friday. That sounds amazing. Blue Lavender, Julian. Thank you so much for stopping by. No, I'm not gonna cruel. Still lots of stuff to pack. Yeah, of course. No. We're just gonna go for tax here. Yeah, do this. Thank you so much for stopping by, Julian. It was nice to hear from you. Enjoy your trip. Enjoy Croatia. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Also, and gotta study. Okay, yeah. Hopefully you're gonna get another opportunity, maybe earlier, at an earlier time. Take care and enjoy vacation. Mwah. Mwah. Buffy Python, hello. Welcome, and thank you for joining. You are a chief. Damn, you look cool. Wow, battle scarred chief. Love you. Alright, let's go. Gotta get some of my M&Ms for this. It makes sense. Jailbreak? Molotov wants to go to the other room. Give me a second. A curse? Another curse? Jailbreak. Wait, who did we throw in jail? Yeah, who was the arrested Grandy? I think it might have been Northwind. Let's check that out. Your Majesty. Oh, Vitamin She, right? Vitamin She. Do you remember Grandy Vitamin She? Right, because of the of the gift for my husband. Yeah, yeah. So many people in jail. Yeah, because of the king incense, yes. That's you, isn't it? Nah, Your Holiness, you're confused. I'm talking about my disgraced forebear. Oh, the lady I threw in my dungeon. Yes, that's right, my aunt. You threw her in prison. It's an aunt. It's not a mother. Not a mother. For family tree purposes, Vaspir. It's an aunt. You threw her in prison for refusing to give you some frankincense. Well, she escaped. She cunningly concealed her escape tunnel behind a 6-foot wide oil painting of cavorting nymphs. Mother of mountains, why was this villain allowed such a painting in her cell at all? I fucking love your portrait, Slick this lamp. Old chief, scarred. Bright eyes. Ooh, so freaking cool. I was hoping it was me because this event talks about the family tree. Makes sense. Villain or not, Vitamin She was a Grandy and was accommodated accordingly at the Grandy's request. Let me hunt down this outlaw, your greatness. I'll show these soft-hearted Grandies how a chief keeps his prisoners. I mean, we can do it. Yeah, She the First and She the Second exist at the same time. Make prisons less comfortable for nobles. Put a bounty on Vitamin She's head. Who cares about one escaped Grandy? No. Of course we send the chief, right? Like, it's either A or C. Why B or D? Okay, let's do something. There you go. So you don't get strange ideas in mind. B sounds beneficial for Grandies. Oh, that is true. I'm actually thinking what to do here. As the remaining resident of the southern prison system, let me keep my painting. More here, hoping this ends soon because I'm at a pool party and playing King of the Castle instead. Oh no! Chara! Sorry, I'm gonna speed it up. Alright. I think this is something that Zemuel will want to finish quickly. And go for A or C. But also this sounds very insulting for the chiefs. And he knows they're not in a happy place right now. Yeah, no, I think it would veto this. I think I know what kind of risk is running. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. And you decide what to do. I think it should be probably A, to be quite honest. Oh, the Chiefs want to go for C? Okay, then let's go for C. I thought the Chiefs wanted to solve this first hand, you know, with their own hands. But they want to put a bounty on it. That's fine. Everybody's just fucking Northwind. Wait, Northwind, you said you wanted to keep your painting, and then you're voting for B. What happened? Alright, I'm gonna count down from 5 real quick here, just in case a bunch of people forgot to vote. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Alright. Let's go. Make prisons less comfortable for nobles. In the south, prison cells for nobles are stripped of their creature comforts. Spikes and iron middens are installed instead. Thank the gods, this is more like it. The new punishments certainly make the grandees think twice about skimming taxes or taking more than their share of the harvest. But despite all these, somewhere out there, Grandee Vitamin Chi remains at large, and the king's justice looks weaker than ever. God damn it. Love screwing over the reach. A terrible curse. Grandee, the bipolar bear, rushes into the council chamber breathless and in disarray. By Zinnia's ashes, you look like you haven't slept for weeks. Sadikins, hey! I voted as the member of the dynasty who is eligible to vote and isn't in jail. That's because I've been placed under a curse. Look, my hair is falling out in chunks. Perhaps you're ill or old. It was one of my peasants. I saw it in her eyes. She's an evil witch. Okay, what do we do here? I think we should do something about the demonic remnants that our great invocation left on these lands. It was entertaining to see the other regions deal with the sudden spike of supernatural events and murders, but now the whole kingdom is starting to look like a cursed land. So basically like the East. Look at this handsome fellow, right? It reminds you of someone. Have the so-called witch tested? Send scholars to the southern lands to find an explanation. Have the accursed bipolar bear sent to the east to relax. I think the monarch would go for C. You know? Justification? Right? Yeah, it also takes some money away from the... No. Ah, that gives more money to... Oh god, I don't know. Maybe Unity? Like, strategically, Unity is the better option. But I honestly think that Zemuel would just... This is one of those things that it's just... I don't give a shit about your supposed curse. You do whatever you want. And stop the count here. So... I'm gonna count down from 10. Get your votes ready here. And again, remember about the capitalization. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Vote quickly. Vote quickly. Vote quickly. Vote quickeroni. Damn, this is close. This is close as fudge. Did the Grandees win here? Yeah, because they had a united front. Okay. We have the so-called witch tested then. Wow. Okay. You arrange for a priestess of the ninth god to question the accused. You might have your pyre here. The church does not look kindly upon witches, particularly if they're cursing a noble for no reason. Are you gonna burn an innocent here? Success! After several days of questioning and burning of incense, the priestess makes her announcement. The accused is innocent. Things settle down and the bipolar bear eventually admits that some new pomade may be to blame for his air troubles. And these actually raise your farming? Why? What the fuck? That is unbelievable. Okay. Okay. Is this the start of a comeback, or are we just gonna end the game right here? My hair is magical. It increases farming. We're winning farming. Get rid of a comeback? I mean, if I keep failing, no, not really. Like, I remember you, I remind you, I failed like 4 times in a row once, so... All goes according to plan, Your Majesty. Let me show you. Your spy master takes you through a secret passage in your own private office. These are my agents. They can blend into a crowd as effortlessly as they can slip a knife between a traitor's ribs. How can we be sure of their loyalty? I've been very careful in my selection. You can rely on these agents. Soon they will infiltrate the course of all the nobles on your council, disguised as traveling bards. One of the spies tosses aside a cloak, revealing the loot and the colorful costume of a troubadour. With charm and flattery, they will worm their way into nobles' hearts and minds. Then we will have a spy network, the likes of which the world has never seen. I hope to make even the Gaunt of Tavelin look like rank amateurs. I think this is what Zemuel thinks. They will learn to fear me, but this is what he says. They should put a stop to their foolish schemes. Yeah, that's a cool loot. And it will keep the kingdom stable for the rest of your reign. A little blackmail is a small price to pay. A week passes before you hear more news. Your spy master arrives in your office with a tiny scroll, clutched between two fingertips. This is a message from one of our agents in the field. Your Majesty, I sent her to Chief Tom von Ansburg's clan hall, disguised as a skald, with bagpipes at her back. Open it. Of course. 90%, we're gonna fail. There's a 9 in there, we're gonna fail. There's no doubt about it. Fail time, let's go. It's actually a success, okay. Never mind, sorry. I genuinely believe we might fail because of the curse of the 9. Okay, okay. There's a 0. We failed the 90% earlier as well, so... The spy master studies the scroll for a moment and a smile creeps across her face. She holds it over a candle flame and it vanishes in a puff of cinders. 9th is on our side because he gave the Grandies 5 farming. I think the 9th might be on our side because he believes that King Zemuel's daughter is gonna be softer than him. Maybe that's why. Zemuel II is a demon spawn? No. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Zemuel II is gonna be softer if we get to Zemuel II. Time to get OBS ready. Use up all the bad... Like, if you're gonna get started now, let me know. Use up all the bad luck from the ghouls. Yep. Let's go. She's been welcomed in the Chief Tom von Ambu's court with open arms and is already flattering him with funny songs. Let's hope our other spies are just as successful. Over the next few weeks, you receive back word from more and more of your agents. Almost all of them have successfully wormed their way into your noble's courts. Quick reminder, if it ends here, hold off the GGs until the book screen. Please, I'd like for that to be the thing. Now we must hope they can maintain their cover. 70% chance. Is King Zemuel, the demon worshipper, gonna be the first monarch to win a game in this dynasty? Is that what's gonna happen? 70% chance. Let's go. Wait and see. Yes! Oh my god, it is! A few more weeks pass. You wait anxiously for news of your spy's progress. One day your spy master appears at your desk, her face lit by a triumphant smirk. Good news, Your Majesty. Our spies have uncovered some of your noble's darkest secrets. Did you know Chief Tom von Ansburg has an irrational fear of lemons? You do now. The monument will age well. Indeed, it's the first time I start a monument and the following monarch is from the same family. Yeah, first monarch queen on the way. We even have a few illicit romances between the nobles and our genetically attractive bards, the black milk rice itself. This has gone better than I expected. You do enjoy the services of an excellent spy master. But we can't get complacent. We must see if our other spies are equally successful. Soon you've established a spy network throughout the entire kingdom. It's with a sense of smugness that you call your next council session. As the nobles file in, you realize you know all their secrets, their weaknesses, everything. Takes notes, the secret is in the stable kingdom is demons. I'm actually really curious about that as well, Dragon Pete. I've never seen it work well. My granddaughter will wear the crown and my gift will stand long to honor my family. Listen, Your Majesty, I was thinking that taxes have been awfully high lately. Why don't we hold a vote on reducing them? Or we can call it vote, no problem. But as the nobles walk up to the ballot box, your spymaster swoops in and takes them aside. She whispers in their ears, one by one. You watch their expressions turn to horror. By Morgana's cauldron, how did you know that? Only my mother knows about that. It can't stay that way, just vote the way we tell you to vote. Thanks so much for the follow, the Hall of Fed. Glad to have you with us tonight. I destroyed the evidence. You can't prove anything. You'd be surprised what I can prove. I know exactly where to dig, but if you vote the way I tell you, maybe I'll misplace my shovel. The Hall of Fed, you're joining us right at the end of a game here, but you have joined the Chiefs. Hope you're doing well. This is a long-standing Dynasty game that we're going to be playing again next Wednesday. You should know something's up when Zemuel doesn't just say, no, I don't have time for this. Exactly. I'm glad you picked up on that. I'm glad you picked up on that, Lurks. Yeah, and sorry you're late. You'd be surprised what I can prove. I know exactly where to dig, but if you vote the way I tell you, maybe I'll misplace my shovel. But thank you for joining anyway, the Hall of Head. Yeah, next Wednesday there's gonna be this same game. It's a long-standing Dynasty game, heavy on RP and lore. And then on Friday we're gonna have another game that might be a hidden stats RP game. I'm still debating on what I'm gonna be doing. Marley, hey, welcome. We had a ruler from your family a few games ago. Hope you're doing well. Hey, care for some lemonade, Tom? Leave me alone, I'll do whatever you say. Sure enough, when the vote comes back, it's unanimous. All the nobles for perhaps the first time have voted exactly how you wanted them to. I haven't had a hidden stats game in a hot minute. Yeah, I'm late to the trend, so... Yeah, we had Luda Marley Tynd. Yeah. You can actually check it out here on the World Anvil Codex that we have for the game. If you look for Luda, you're gonna see it. It didn't go well. About time. When you leave the council hall, the nobles are quiet. They know a new era has begun. An era of cooperation, or else. Your husband meets you back at your chamber, your heir, Zemuel II in his arms. How exquisite. I'm not sure what just happened, but I've never seen the nobles look so scared. We should start teaching little Zemuel II how to follow in my footsteps. It's about time. It's so powerful. Zemuel is strong. Zemuel is very strong. Luda was interesting. Good idea. After this, I get the feeling she'll be wearing a crown one day. That night, you sleep an untroubled sleep for the first time since you first sat on the throne. The Aquila crown? Oh. No matter their grievances, the nobles will never again dare to defy you. You simply need to mention offhandedly that you know what they did last winter, or that you know where they sleep at night. GG, everybody. Good game. We finally have the first victorious monarch of the dynasty. Good game. The chief's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered and a number of arrests were made. Chief Yuki the White Wolf ended his life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. Whoops. The counts celebrated their victory, and Zemuel was venerated as a true hero of the East. But as time went on, some whispered that the counts were losing control of their puppet, as the king consolidated his power around his heir, Princess Zemuel II. Charles System, thank you so much for sticking around here. Enjoy your pool party. Hope to see you again on Friday. Bye. Love you. The Grandees prayed and prayed for a miracle to place Zealma in the rightful place on the throne, but no miracle came. What did you do last summer? Yes! Pretty sure that's where they aimed at. King Zemuel ruled from the shadows, getting his will in the council with blackmail and threats. The nobles were terrified, but the peasants considered it a golden age. After 15 years of unquestioned rule, King Zemuel died peacefully in bed, and the nobles let out a collective sigh of relief. King Zemuel the Cunning. Okay, good night. King Zemuel the Cunning. This is so apt. Perfect. I see the timeline for Luda, Blood and Stars. That was a chaotic time. Yes, it was. Luda was not a good ruler. Nobles, the richest is, of course, Dragon Pit. part of the royal family now. And you get the White Wolf, being the poorest. With time, my relatives were claimants? They were. The cunning fits so well, yes, I agree. He was very cunning. No, you're not the poorest, apparently. Yeah, exactly, Dragon Pit, yeah. Luda was too late. Part getting rich when you're in a dungeon upside down. Impatient but also cunning, yes. Dragon Pit, oh, it's Reaper, sorry. You're absolutely right, it's Reaper. My bad. You get a messier ruler on the throne. I love experiencing an impatient monarchy and stuff that count. That was cool, right? Like, I have to say, I was really on the fence about it at first, but I think I'm more positive than negative now. I would definitely like to try it again in the future. I never tried it because of the lag and you know, and the delay, but I think it's manageable the way we did. So definitely happy. So let's look at Zemuel II. Thanks so much for being here, Melty Penguins. Have a good night. Oh my god, Zemuel II looks cool! Look at this! Queen Zemuel II! She looks cool! And, like, look at her father. Obviously a count and a bad person. Yeah, a lot less pissed. This looks way more Crownlander to me. You counting before it is nice, right? I think that moderates the problem. I'm glad you had a good time too, Shy Shy. Yeah, a lot calmer, I agree. Yeah. No, I think calm, no, that's not his car, that's just a fold. She even has my old royal robes, I hope my granddaughter does well. Yeah, smile lines. Yes. And I think a count-colored crown, probably, to get her father's heritage. How's the kingdom doing? Kingdom is alright. The stats are alright. I think this is a rulable kingdom. This is cool. Alright. King Zemuel the Cunning, the Demon Worshipper, the Possessed, the Cunning. First monarch to re-establish a lineage on the throne after the death of King Irinavan I. This was a good run. I'm really curious to see what Queen Zemuel II is gonna do next time. Thank you so much, everybody, for playing. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time too. This is it for tonight. This is it for Zemuel's reign.